Stream Deck.
I think
I was
Stream
pressing
Deck.
start stream and it just wasn't doing
It's Stream
anything.
Deck.
And then yeah, I have a Stream Deck and a regular deck.
You have a stream dick and a
Yeah.
regular dick?
Yeah, they're detachable.
Oh,
This is
yeah,
the
that's
first
fine.
things being said on my stream.
Discord, I will fucking end you. I was waiting there too. How'd you get to it first?
I just kept spamming the button.
Oh my god.
You
So you
asshole.
are at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46.
So good at this. I'm the most skilled.
Total, you have 21. You are in second place.
21.
Wade
What's
has
9 plus
6.
10? Ha ha ha.
Third, Robka has 4. LC says that it wasn't his first one, but he got his first one last week. And I don't know if he actually did have more, and if he did, how many more. And I feel a little bad, so I might just like give LC a couple more.
Wow.
Wow.
Just cheat for him, why don't you?
Yeah, dude, just fucking.
I was
Just
like,
why
LC,
would
is
you-
your first one? He's like, no. I'm like, oh, I have one written down now.
You made it.
Let's
Kawhi's here.
Why?
A wee.
Hi.
A wee.
1 to 10.
A wee.
What?
1 to 10. Quality of the poop.
Solid 8.5.
Oh my god.
Nice.
I wish here
Solid's
in the
always a
United
good thing.
States
Yeah,
we
generally.
had
it's preferred.
bidets everywhere. That's all I will say.
Oh, you do have a bidet.
Oh, fuck yeah, I have a bidet.
I want a bidet.
My cousin has
Get
a
a
bidet.
tushy.
Get a tushy.
I wanted to get
Or you want like the whole toilet bidet.
that
Like, the one with the-
Ludwig, that big popular streamer on YouTube, was selling bidets.
Bidet boys.
What?
Wait, what?
He sold a bidet? What?
Ludwig von Beethoven?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He must-
No.
he
definitely
changed
Beethoven.
careers.
No, Ludwig, he's the big YouTube streamer that did like
Yeah.
the month straight live stream. Streamathon, whatever. And I don't know, he does a lot of big shit on YouTube. He was sponsored by a bidet
Takes a lot of
company
big
and was
shits
selling
on
bidets. He what?
Nothing. I'm sorry.
Okay. Anyways,
have
are we ready for a
something
recap?
happen
Because we're about 24 minutes late to
I'm
start it.
sorry.
No, it's not
No,
your
it's
fault.
not even
Everybody
your-
was gone.
yet? It's your fault.
I had a phone
Blue's
call
mom
too.
was freaking out about Chinese spy balloons.
No,
Ah,
no,
yes.
They made sure to say that the one over Alaska was not a balloon.
An unidentified object.
They also said that it had no like maneuverability, no like anything. They're like, yeah,
It's a
it's
balloon. Did they put propellers on it? What the fuck?
The one over Florida had like minimal maneuverability, they said.
yeah.
Wait, there's another one over Florida?
There was like
That was
few.
the one from Montana.
There was also one over South America. Apparently, there's something over Canada. So yeah, everyone's
There was one over the Philippines like a
Freaking
month
out,
ago.
apparently.
Like it's just apparently
God
the
damn you
satellites
guys.
have like communication monitoring like stuff on the balloons or something shit. I don't know. It's stupid shit. Nothing any of us need to worry about.
I also feel like the sole reason for doing this
That Kauai has a bidet.
is to just cause panic, and it's apparently
Yeah.
working.
It's distracting
yeah.
us,
Like,
obviously.
oh,
come
how
on.
can we, for the least or the most cost efficiency, cause the most amount of panic? Let's just launch a bunch of random ass balloons and see what happens.
Okay, Google.
We've always been
Translate.
at war with Eurasia.
I wonder if that could be a tactic of actually putting satellites in space easier, or like getting them up into the upper atmosphere and then finding ways to get it into the lower orbit.
I mean,
Like,
I'm
nobody.
sure smarter people have tried to figure this shit out, but who knows?
All right. Are you guys ready for a recap?
Ready.
Sure.
So it has been what, like 4 months since our last game? So 3 months. So it's been kind of a while. So if there's anything that you guys like can't remember or are struggling to remember, feel free to just ask. I have notes and whatnot that I can refer back to.
I'm a cleric,
But-
right?
You're a what?
You're a wizard,
la-
Harry.
last session you
Yeah,
got
wizard had
transformed into a stick of Land O'Lakes butter.
Oh.
I can't
Nice.
believe it's not butter.
So all I have for my notes from last session is fought and hid from giant sandworm. Butter made a great dinner. Altius and Leo
Hey.
stuff. Jacob has weird dream about desert he knows. Nothing about. Oh, that's what it was. Sorry, I had 2 lines for this one. Jacob has a weird dream about a desert he knows nothing about. Nor Watson. I asked Watson about it. And Jacob kills boar.
Yeah, you blew the fuck out of a boar.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
fucking
You blew that boar up.
I did not blow the boar. I blew the boar
dude.
up.
He fucking
He fucking blew that boar up. I didn't know you were
That
into
boy's
that.
having a
shit.
good time.
I'm
Okay.
not.
It's that kind of session, guys.
It's
Alright,
always
guys,
that
thanks
kind
for
of session
coming.
with
There
us.
you go.
That's it for the night. Glad you guys can make it. I'm gonna catch you later.
Oh my god.
So yeah,
said it
last
already.
session, you guys trekked through the giant like sandworm part of the desert that Mikhail had warned you about.
Mhm.
You encountered a couple sandworms that kind of stalked you for a good stretch of the road, but through some careful maneuvering and good decision making by Altius, you guys managed to survive that encounter with.
Did I
I
really
don't
make
think-
good decisions? Let's be real here.
You spotted quite a bit of the solid ground that you guys were able to like park yourselves on and save yourselves. So I give you kudos for that. But you guys managed to kind of skirt away from the sandworms and kind of harass them enough to keep them away. And then eventually you kind of felt the coast was clear. There was no other sandworms popping up on any of your guys' radar. So you ended up camping down for the night. And when you camped down, I believe Altius went hunting and he found a wild boar that he missed and chased after for a little while. Clyde had also gone hunting and he came back with just some like desert rats that Butter cooked up and was a fantastic meal, like Jacob said. Altius was playing mind games with everybody and the book. And then eventually
I
That-
seem to remember that everyone saw through Altius's attempted lies about the book.
I think you were the main one that saw through it.
Why am I a
Because I
campfire?
think I don't know. We're gonna roll with it though.
All right.
But I do remember
What
Leo
did I
like
say about the book specifically?
that you were playing like coy over it, and like I think Leo did an insight check through you and saw through that like you weren't going after it or something. I don't remember the specifics, but
I think it was
Okay.
like he said he wasn't going after it, but through an insight check, it was very obvious that he was still going after it.
I don't think he was because I think at that point he
I
backed
wasn't.
off.
At this point I stopped. I backed off.
Yeah,
I was kind of just fucking with people and pretending that I was.
Insight check again.
I mean, you can go for it. I'm telling the
you're
truth.
gonna insight check total.
I'm gonna insight check. I am going to, in real life, insight check total. What's my
Hey,
own personal
um,
insight?
Hold on,
Total.
let me
What's your
roll.
persuasion stat?
My persuasion stat +5.
No,
damn
good.
So
bro.
roll /d20. I don't even remember how to do this. Or slash /r_d20. How do you do this again?
Slash R.
D20.
Space
one
D20.
/d20 plus
one
5.
d20.
Oh,
You can
one
do just
D20.
D20. You don't if it's just one.
/d20. That's not correct. That's not a thing.
Slash.
You lie.
Slash R space
Slash
one
R.
d20.
Literally, I did that minus the dot.
All right.
Or slash
I rolled
roll.
a
I'm
5,
pretty sure
so
slash
10.
roll works too.
Awesome. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I obviously have amazing insight because I'm me. So I'm gonna say that it's plus like 30.
What
What
the
the
fuck?
fuck?
You're also very humble.
Very humble.
Of course, I'm the most humble that there is.
I'm gonna
I
insight
too am
check on his humbleness.
extraordinarily humble.
I don't want to
What's-
insight check on his humbleness.
What's
because
your
I don't wanna waste
insight
time.
check modifier?
All right, guys.
I just rolled
Total-
a
Thank you, Carol.
19. I don't
Total
know what
was
for.
being coy. He's not actually going after the book. That's what we established with Altius, right?
I don't know. At this point, I'll say yes.
You want me to
You're
look
just-
up the video? I have the video still.
This is what-
Nobody cares.
No, this is literally what the chat messages were from the game that I'm reading. Was that Total was just fucking with Clyde and whatnot, just playing mind games.
I don't
So
remember
that's what-
that, but okay. I'll take your word for it.
Reverse Uno.
Check.
Touchdown.
So then that night, too, Leo and Altius saw their boar friend come back, and Leo got a spear into it, or a javelin,
Yeah.
but it didn't kill it, and it ran away, wounded with a javelin stuck in it. And then their watch came to an end, and then Jacob and Watson took a watch. This is about when Jacob woke up to his dreams of a desert that was unfamiliar to him, that just based on the stars alone told him that it was not the desert that you guys were in. So he kind of had a strange dream. And Watson also dreamt of his like hooded stalkers that he's been having nightmares about the last couple of nights. And then during their watch, that boar came back with the javelin sticking out of it, and Jacob fucking blew it up.
He blew it.
He blew it.
He blew it.
It was in pain.
And
Wait,
it
fuck
not
it?
any-
That's weird.
And Butter then cooked it, I think, the next morning and made
Mhm.
delicious bacon.
Don't forget that Narrowleaf didn't want to look at Jacob.
Yeah,
After
Narrowleaf
the
was
murder of the boar.
unhappy with Jacob over the
Can't-
boar. I also want to mention that the boar looked like half starved and like emaciated. So
It was in pain. It was the right thing to do.
keep justifying it.
It exploded.
I mean, you could have used like a healing spell on it.
Doesn't
And even like
give it a full stomach.
you could have
You
created
could have
food
kept it
and
as
water.
a. You could have
No,
kept
we,
it.
yeah, we did have rations. In fact, Narrowleaf specifically refused a ration.
Right, we could have had
He
a.
even said
boar
ration
guy.
to the boar.
Fucking guy.
This fucking guy.
So
Thanks, Kawaii.
after that, you guys basically packed up your gear and continued on the road with like an estimated, I think it was like 2 or 3 days worth of traveling.
Mhm.
Basically, I just want to ask, did anybody have anything that they wanted to do during these 3 days? Or were you guys ready to just like go straight to basically driving up to the city?
I do have one question. In my
Yeah.
inventory, I have yellow cloth with whale.
Yep.
What was that again?
That was the like armband of Mikhail's like band of guys. It was kind of like a mini flag from his like ship that he had at one point. It's kind of like a signatory of like loose association to him.
Got it.
So you're supposed to kind of, I think he gave you instructions of just using that to flash his contact in Abresis.
Right. And we were given a code word.
Was it sunken whale or something?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I believe it was just to mention the sunken whale.
Ah, yes, the cloth I'm supposed to show to Phelim at the Broken Boar.
Badger.
Broken Badger?
I believe that's the bar in Abresis, the Broken Badger.
Oh,
Broken
I wrote down
Badger.
Broken Boar for some. All right.
Probably because you fucking broke that boar
Yeah, it's
when you
guilt.
exploded it.
Guilt. You wrote it down out of guilt.
That was a different day in my notes. It hadn't happened yet.
Yeah, it's Broken Badger and Sunken Well.
All right.
So what you're saying is your murder of that boar was premeditated?
Yes. I wanted bacon.
Damn.
I want to try to read Knowledge book
Fun fact.
because I haven't had time to do it for this.
Fun fact: if you hunt an actual boar, the bacon that you get from it will not be good because they don't have a lot of fat on them.
Gross.
Especially this one that was starved.
Starved and exploded.
I'd like to go boar hunting in Texas one day, where you go hunting from a helicopter.
Yeah.
Semi-auto
Boar hunting.
rifle.
Although I did not go from a
Seems fair.
helicopter. It was just from a tree stand, and I was only allowed one boar per day.
That's it.
That's
Damn.
it.
I want to go
Yeah.
to where like the farmers like contract out hunters and toss you an assault rifle and
Oh, I mean-
ship you up in a helicopter.
I mean, they did basically contract out this company, but the
Yeah.
company limited us to one per day.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well, it is what it is.
so you wanted to read Knowledge book.
Yes.
Okay.
I know
For
I had
all
tried a couple
3
times,
days?
but got like interrupted.
Okay. So you're gonna do all like 3 days?
Yeah, that's all I want is to read the book on the way back. So
Okay.
whatever that takes.
So just do a intelligence or investigation check for the first day. Did anybody else
Investigation.
want to like do something during these couple of days?
No.
Okay.
13.
13. So you've gone through a small section of this journal, and a lot of like the good pages that you feel stuff that have like actual substance of information are all like pretty ripped out.
Mhm.
There's like small like sections that have what looks to be like an ingredient list or something like that, but a lot of it it's hard to like put together. So this like first day of your guys' travel heading back to Abresis, you really don't make much headway. It
Okay.
kind of leaves your head in a spin. So go ahead and roll for the second day.
Even worse. 10.
Yeah, no progress. It's a lot of it is just it some of it reads like excerpts from a madman, but it's hard to discern if that's just because of it's missing like quite a bit of content or if Naled actually was going crazy. Go ahead and roll for your third day.
Great. I got nothing out of this. Fantastic.
Yep. Again, it's you've gone through much of the book and nothing is like immediately jumped out at you.
All right.
Yeah. It's definitely gonna be something that you're gonna want to keep looking through though. There's a lot there.
All right.
So, and nobody else really had anything that they had wanted to do.
Nothing from me.
Okay. So,
Sure, Clyde is enjoying the quiet.
yeah, Clyde's just chilling out on the front passenger seat for most of these 3 days. He gives Altius a look every once in a while, just like keep it in check where he's at. But nothing nothing he doesn't really do anything. He doesn't really talk to anybody that is unless they want to talk to him. Yeah. And so go ahead and mark off 3 more days from all of your guys' rations, just for fun sakes. I'm sure you guys got plenty of them still left over.
Yes.
Narrowleaf also continues to not accept rations from Jacob.
Oh, I wasn't trying to feed him anymore. I'm just reading book.
Okay. So eventually you guys make it off of like this desert rough road, and you actually make it onto what appears to be like the main road. Seems pretty familiar to most of you guys because you have driven this section of road before and made this turn, what, like 10, 15 days ago? So it's pretty familiar, and you turn off onto the main road and driving along. One thing that who would be driving? Probably Watson or Butter.
Sure.
Okay. Watson, one thing you take notice while you're kind of driving is this road actually seems a bit. You see catch quite a few more like travelers on this road than there were when you left. It seems like there's quite a few more people like kind of heading their way towards Abresis, and it's just like a mixed groups of people with carts, people without carts, people on horseback. Yeah. They all
It's like one big
none of
group?
them. It's multiple groups as you're kind of traveling this last day, heading
Okay.
towards Abresis. You pass like groups every so often. You catch up to carts that seem a little bit like heavier loaded, so they're traveling a bit slower than you guys are, but you manage to like pass them. They all look like your kind of average either traveler or merchants, like heading their way towards Abresis. Watson, you can tell passing like a couple of these carts that some of them look to have like pretty like fancy looking carts, kind of like pretty upscale. Like these aren't some of these people aren't your average travelers. You would take note of that probably.
Okay.
But nobody really stops to and pays you much mind unless you plan on talking to anybody.
Any of the
But
carts say Zygarde on them at all?
roll a perception check.
We still have that board, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we do. 16.
16. You don't see anything that really matches like Zygarde or anything. Every time you pass a cart, you take pretty good stock of it, look it up and down. You don't see any mention of Zygarde or anything.
Okay.
You see a couple carts that have like different like crests to them, like big like metal signage on the side, but nothing that you recognize.
Okay.
So, eventually, as you guys continue traveling on this main stretch of road, it eventually gets to like kind of early afternoon when you start to see the city kind of pop up on the horizon as you're driving.
Mhm.
It's still pretty far away, but you actually manage to start seeing it, as well as the ocean nearby, because the city butts right up against the ocean. And it's about when you manage to see the city that Clyde actually perks up. He's like, you guys mind if we take a quick break here?
Yeah, we've been driving a while. I suppose we can stop for a minute.
Yeah, sure.
I'd much appreciate it. This bench is not comfy.
Oh, tell me about it. I'm up here on this weird driving thing. It sucks.
So you lead the reins off to the side.
You know how they
Uh,
have those little tiny shitty benches, you know.
Well,
You know.
I get it.
So you guide the cart off to the side of the road and kind of park it for a moment, letting everybody kind of get out, stretch their legs. Clyde jumps off and he kind of looks towards the city. before like looking on the group.
Yep, you
Well-
guys stretch your legs all right.
I still got my eyes on you. All right. I think about right here is where I'm gonna kind of take my leave.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I mean,
I'm gonna go to the city, but if you guys are gonna be starting shit in town with that whole governor bullshit, I don't really want to be seen with you. If you catch my drift.
Ideally, we
No, that's
don't
fair.
cause a thing.
yeah, that's pretty far from what
But-
we're going for.
I definitely understand.
Well, I mean, I appreciate the ride. I appreciate you not fucking with my shit, he says in Altius's like direction. But
I nod my head very dismissively.
you know, if you guys ever catch yourselves up in I don't know. I think I'm gonna go up to the towns of home, maybe spend some time up in Aidenshire. If you ever find yourselves up there, come check me out.
I don't think I heard Aidenshire as
Any of us
Uh,
heard of
What's
Aidenshire?
up in Aidenshire?
Have I heard of Aidenshire?
Let
It's just a
me-
place. Holy shit, guys.
Just
I mean,
like-
well,
new things. It's important.
yeah, we have to know.
Guys, how don't we just forget about the governor and we just go up to
Let's
Aidenshire
just,
with our
let's
clients?
just retire in Aidenshire while we're ahead.
let's,
Yeah.
let's just keep fucking
Retire.
with
We just
Decline
started.
in his entire well-being by visiting
Yeah.
him.
Aidenshire is a nice little town. It's got some roots down there, so I'm just gonna make my way up there and maybe rest for a little bit after this job. I'll be set up for a little while.
Fine.
should say hi to you.
Yeah, feel free to stop in. What's
Alright.
up, Jacob?
If you happen to come across anything that might help with my magic situation, when we meet up again, would you mind telling me about it?
Yeah, sure. I'll keep some ears out for you.
Figure you're going to explore probably more than we will, but I don't know.
Yep.
Thank
Oh,
you.
and before I forget, and he takes the piece of paper out from his like breast pocket of his like leather armor, and he holds it out towards the group. Whoever wants to take it.
I'll take it.
Okay. He's like, here's my payment, whatever you want to call it. Just tell them I sent you, and that they'll take care of you.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Hmm.
And he gives you guys a nod before starting to walk off towards essentially the sunset, heading towards Ibrissus on foot.
Wait,
Bye,
what is?
Clyde.
Catch you later, Green Man.
Take care, buddy. We'll be
Am I
seeing
not,
you.
not remembering what that's about?
That
paper
was
thing?
something he mentioned to, I think, me and
Watson.
Watson.
Okay,
It was his insurance policy.
gotcha.
It's an insurance policy to keep me the fuck away from the book.
Yeah, so
Pretty much, yeah.
So for everybody but Watson and Leo, he basically hands this folded piece of paper to Leo.
Didn't I like get an idea of what they were doing?
Not really. You
Okay.
watched them and you saw him pull this piece of paper out, but you didn't hear him talk about it.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, what the fuck is this? Especially with him being like protective over this book, that this has to be pretty good for him to like barter protection.
Man, he bartered a whole piece of paper. That's fair.
It's what's on the paper.
It's
When
what
he leaves, I'm
matters.
going to read what's on the paper.
You're gonna leave what's on the paper. Read what's
I'm
on the
gonna read-
paper.
Yeah, when he's like out of,
Okay.
when he's like officially gone.
There goes most competent person I've seen in a long time.
Honestly,
There goes
they're
my
way more competent
hero.
than anyone in our group.
Watch
Well, maybe
it,
not
Nancy.
Watson. Watson's pretty competent.
Hey,
Excuse me? Pretty
Mr.
competent.
Proficient with buckets.
Bucket.
And
Excuse me.
Mr.
That's
going
the most
to
competent thing
go
that
into the
anybody has
governors and give away our whole stick immediately.
hey. We don't know that I'm about to do that.
That was out of character. I know.
So you read the piece of paper.
Yeah.
All right. So on the piece of paper, there is a name, and there appears to be what looks to be like an address. Sorry, I'm like looking for my dog at the moment. Oh,
You lost it,
I think
dog.
Tell us when you find
I
them.
think she's chewing on something. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Name and address. How mysterious.
So what does the piece of paper say? Dude, tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Uh,
Come on, Leo. You got the paper right there.
it's
it's right in front of you. You're holding it.
what is the name?
What?
What is the
What?
name? What is the name?
You're the one with the
What?
paper.
You're the one with the
I'm
paper, dude.
Okay, that's great. You want me to make up a name, Farrell, or
Yes.
Farrell said he'd be right back. We were just giving you shit.
All right. I'll be right back.
What does it
I'll
say?
be back
What does
in
it
2 seconds.
Got him.
I love how serious he took that. Holy shit.
All right, sorry. Dog was chewing on some plastic.
We made up a
Yeah,
name
let's
and the
go.
address for what the paper said.
Okay, I'm good. Glad to hear that.
I'm joking.
Stand back.
I'm trying to find my notes.
You don't know every NPC in the whole world by heart?
No,
Anything that's written on papers? Come on.
come on.
From like 4 months ago?
It's been so long.
This character's actually older than that.
Cool.
Oh. Is this character from what this stemmed from? The D&D campaign that never happened?
No, this
Okay.
was a character
that
that
old.
I had made a long time ago with intentions of playing eventually.
Gotcha.
Okay. Apparently that folder is empty. So, I gotta find the actual notes for this character.
And he said that he should have information about like the about the
Okay.
like thing that was in the tunnel that we
Yep.
tried to destroy but couldn't. I forgot what we called that.
I just had it called an altar.
Yep. So on the piece of paper is the name Felix Cuvier written down.
We're all finding
And-
this out, right?
Leo. Leo is because
Uh-oh.
he's the one that reading it. So opening up the piece of paper, you see Felix Cuvier.
Okay.
And under it is just like address, like 27, blah 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 blah. North Side Way, career.
Courier or career?
Career.
Okay.
It's spelled like courier. See, well, it's actually
C-A-R-E-R?
it's I'm sorry, I misspoke. It's VA de Blanc.
What?
The guy, the person?
Hold
The
on.
city. The city.
The city is what?
VA de Blanc.
Well, we don't know this yet, Blue.
So
Just
this
Leo.
is
Leo.
France.
VILLIER DEBLANC.
VILLEDEBLANC.
How do we get to France?
Not France.
You don't know
I'm
this
done.
yet.
It's Curran.
Kurt. All right.
And just like that, a nuclear bomb goes off and kills you all.
That's the end of the campaign. Good night, everybody.
Oh no!
Woo!
Well, good games.
Dude,
Yeah.
I roll.
So Felix and VA de Blanc is what is written on the paper, essentially.
Okay. but like more specific than just the city, like an actual.
Yeah,
address, right?
it's an actual like address.
Okay.
Something that you could easily like show a guard, and they would be like, "Oh yes, yeah, that's blah blah blah."
69,420.
Hell yeah!
God, it is.
69
bro.
weed lane.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Hell yeah. So you see that, and you see Clyde continuing to walk towards Abresis on his own.
Okay.
And then he turns around and throws a grenade at you. Whoa!
Oh shit!
No,
Party dies.
Kick it back at him.
Shield.
Damn, nothing was
Missed.
lost.
Fall. Miss the grenade. Fall over. It explodes right by my head.
So we
Killing me
can see Abresis from here.
Yes, you would say it's probably at least a half day, couple hours worth of travel still on cart. In fact, you'll probably end up passing Clyde with him going on foot.
Take some
But,
pot shots at him as we drive by.
Will go well.
It would go so bad for us.
You could probably just blow up the cart.
He
Uh-huh.
just knocks an explosive arrow and blows you guys up. So yeah. So you guys are now Clydeless,
Glideless.
left of drift. That's the title of the episode. Clydeless.
Nice.
Put that on the thing.
All
Cue
right.
intro music.
Clyde this.
Alright, so I assume we're just going to have our short little break here and then just keep driving into
What?
town.
Jacob,
Yep.
why are you a fire pit?
I don't know. I asked that when we first started.
You
Oh
did.
my bad.
I don't. I just am. I don't even have fire spells.
Well, now I do.
I wasn't even planning on taking fireball when I can.
So you guys
You're
want to take
not
just like
taking
a
fire?
I'm not
quick
going.
rest? Short rest?
Yeah, let's take a short rest and
Yes,
Okay.
I'll take this
Okay.
short rest to regain all of my hit dice.
You know what, man? I can take that all away.
Oh, dude.
I only
Whoa,
have
man.
29 hit points at level 5,
Yourself
so you
nowhere.
know what? It's real easy to kill me.
Sure.
All right, so you guys have a nice chill rest. You snack on another ration, blah blah blah.
oh, now I gotta take
Narrowleaf
another
keeps
rest.
a wide berth of Jacob,
Fucking narrow leaf.
and you guys have a pretty chill short rest. And eventually, I'm guessing you guys just hop up, pack up the cart, and get going again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully we can like time it so that we. Well, what time is it?
It's
Like, half a day.
mid afternoon at this point.
Okay.
It was early afternoon once you started seeing the city line of like Abresis on the skyline,
Okay.
and with the short little rest, it's kind of like probably about 3-4 in the afternoon.
Okay. And so I would say like should maybe we can try and time it so that we rest a little bit outside of the town, outside of the city, and then we head in the morning because we got a lot of stuff to do in the city.
I was kind of hoping we could get in and rest at the inn, and get some good food in us, and actually sleep on a bed.
Yeah, I vote for a bed.
Bed sounds pretty nice right now.
Was that been uploaded?
Well, you'll sleep in the stables, but I mean, yeah, bed.
Yeah, bed. Well,
Yeah,
that
you
is a
just keep
bed for
saying
a
that.
horse. So.
Right.
Poor Altius.
Oh, no.
While you guys are standing and having this conversation, like a particular large cart pulled by 2 horses starts to drive past you, goes around you.
Oh, because we're standing in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
I thought we pulled off to
yeah,
the
maybe
side.
we should do something about that.
It's kind of similar to like parking on the street. Like, yeah, you're pulled off to the side, but like you still got a foot on the road.
Like we're on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
standing
essentially.
here.
Okay.
Hey, I'm walking here. You hear further down the road.
No, I'm
People.
walking in. I'm
No,
walking in.
fuck you. Couple of New Yorkers.
What
Fantastic.
Oh,
You're not wrong.
I was making the Family Guy Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
I'm walking
Oh,
here
yeah.
joke.
Mhm.
One of my favorite videos I've seen recently was some guy in New York, and he was just walking down the street. He's like, "Hey, I'm in New York. I'm walking here," and some lady like grabs his shirt, and he's like, "Listen to me, you fucker. We don't talk like that, okay?"
I remember that video. It's
Sorry,
so
man.
good.
I'm
It's a good
sorry,
video.
okay. And then she lets him go. He's like, "Oh, hey, forget about it."
That's perfect.
Oh, God. It was great.
So good.
Holy shit.
So we move off the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the
So-
card a particular note aside from its just sheer size?
It's looks like it's just full of stuff. It's a kind of like a cargo wagon almost.
It's way
Nothing
out.
of note on its exterior, no like signage or anything. The driver was like a halfling that was manning these two large horses by himself. But nothing of note.
Now that we're so close to town, I'm gonna probably keep my eyes to the sky and be on the lookout for Luna.
Okay. Go ahead and just do a perception check for this like afternoon travel for Luna.
That is +3. 18.
Okay. Clear skies. You don't see any birds. Nothing that would be the size of Luna, at least at this time.
Keeping a lookout.
Who's Luna?
Luna's my owl.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, don't you remember?
met Luna in the tavern, and then that first night I sent a letter off back home, and then we went on a 2-week trip. So Luna's somewhere.
A 2-week trip that only took us a year to get through.
Uh-huh.
Yep. So
I never met Luna, so I have no
Oh,
idea.
that's right, yeah.
Yeah, you and Watson wouldn't have met Luna.
So do you guys?
So you just
Are you guys-
everyone just sees me staring up at the sky essentially.
What? Huh?
You just see Jacob like looking catatonic almost towards the sky.
Just like searching for
anticipation.
something.
Yep.
And Jacob and his goddamn bullshit.
That's about right.
If we're gonna get to town, let's keep moving.
Fucking weird ass. Okay, so do you guys kind of climb back into the cart and get going?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Watson taking the reins.
Nah, someone else can do it this time.
I can try.
Sit the back and stretch my legs.
I don't think Narrowleaf would like if I drove.
You hear Narrowleaf give like a confirmation nay. Just
Oh,
Once
why
Jacob
you hate
says-
me?
It's okay, Narrowleaf. And I give like Jacob a hug. You see, buddies.
Narrowleaf gives you a dirty look.
Okay, yeah. And I push Jacob away, like, yeah, we don't like Jacob.
Butter.
Bad Jacob. This fucking guy, right?
Go sit down
Yeah,
and
I
start
get,
staring
like
at the
a
sky
side
again.
look.
Narrowleaf nods its head in approval.
Yep. Narrowleaf will remember this.
Do anything to you, Narrowleaf.
I will drive.
Okay, Butter is taking the reins. Wasn't Butter driving the last time when you guys crashed into the cart?
He's learned a
I
lot.
thought that was me.
This is
No,
an
I think that
opportunity for him
was.
to redeem himself.
I have
We
learned.
all tried to
way.
drive the cart,
Yeah,
so
like there was multiple people that tried to drive.
Okay.
it could have been any of us.
Tried.
Gotcha. So, Butter, you take the reins and you guys start driving. Nothing really happens. You pass a couple of carts here and there. You pass that big like cargo wagon eventually. They're going really slow with how much like cargo they're hauling.
What's the weather like?
Calm, partly cloudy, nice,
Okay.
balmy, like 60 degrees, 70 degrees. Getting warmer as you get closer to the coast.
20C for the civilized amongst us.
What?
We use freedom units.
Yeah. Did you intentionally
Excuse me, what?
avoid using Among Us?
Yeah, it's a nice calm day. Like there's no tornadoes or gale force winds.
I would have hoped we would have noticed a little sooner if there was a tornado. So,
Oh, you mean that giant flaming tornado that's behind you? Yeah, that shit's been there all week.
Comfortable
it's
72
been following
degrees.
us, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it happened.
Feels like 60 degrees because of the wind.
Roll for initiative.
And there's a giant sandworm that appears out of nowhere. So, yeah, eventually you do like come upon Clyde, but he like absolutely like ignores you guys.
Hi, Clyde. Clyde. Hey, buddy.
He just like pulls his like hat like further down to cover his like face.
Clyde, it's Butter and the gang. Look. I try and like move the car closer to him, kind of like, hey, man.
I throw like a quick elbow into like
Butter.
Buddy's side real quick.
Ah, what? It's Clyde, dude.
Well, yeah, he's supposed to be incognito. He doesn't want, he doesn't want
That's why
anyone
he
knowing.
left us.
That's why he left in the first place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, oh, sorry, wrong person.
Sorry, bud. He does this a lot. Safe travels.
Yeah, don't let it happen again.
Nearly faster.
No, don't say faster.
Narrowleaf just like looks at you like, faster, floor it,
Flying it.
Start bouncing around in the cart.
Start sprinting after the cart.
No, you guys pick up the pace a little bit. Narrowleaf, it ain't like too wild in their old age. They are 2 weeks older now at this point.
Did we ever get?
Nope.
Okay.
So you pull away from Clyde
Wait.
after that embarrassing couple of moments,
Was
and
Narrowleaf rented to us, or did we buy Narrowleaf?
you never
It was
figured that
given.
out.
I think
Oh,
it was
okay.
given to us.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was just given to us to use for this.
Yeah, from the guards.
Oh,
and then
holy
that's when we
shit.
got
Are we
into the
stealing
accident.
Narrowleaf?
Narrowleaf.
I'll be fighting her on Narrowleaf.
Got
He
it.
hates me.
I don't think Narrowleaf is gonna
No,
willingly
but
go back.
Narrowleaf very much likes butter, so
So, the city gets bigger and bigger as you get closer and closer, and eventually, you're pretty close to it that you start to Butter would notice because he's sitting up on the front and he actually has like a vantage point. But the traffic of this road starts getting thicker and thicker the closer you get to the city.
Oh boy. I think
Seems
it's
like-
not rush hour, guys.
It seems like there's quite a few people that actually have like pulled off to the side of the road and have like camped out, like they're tailgating this bitch.
Oh.
And eventually, like it gets so thick and dense with carts that it's like you actually have to slow down to kind of like maneuver around people, because some people, like, there are actual like merchants and whatnot that have set up shop out here, and you hear people like peddling wares here and there. Like somebody is selling like fancy like rugs at one point. They even like run up to your cart to show you like the fine like detailed designs on these rugs.
Oh, my
Okay,
mom was
so-
like that.
So to be clear, it was not like this when we left, right?
No.
It was
No,
dead.
yeah, there was like
There's
I think
one cart that we get.
Yep. So it's very congested at this point. Because this is the only road that leads in and out of Abresis.
Do any of you know what's going on with this? New to town.
Well, you guys never been in rush hour before?
Hey, merchant, how long has it been like this?
No, you okay?
Are you talking
Hey,
to him?
you looking at my rugs here? You want a rug?
Yeah, your rugs are not my
2 for 50 silver.
2 for
Best deal you
50.
get on this side of Reese's.
What's the material?
Is there a
My
better
God.
deal on the other side of Abresis?
I hate all
There's
of you.
no rugs on the other side of Abresis. I'm the only rug dealer in Abresis. I'll cut you a deal today. 2 for 55 silver.
Wait, what's more?
Wait a minute.
Is
What's
there?
that?
Look, are you gonna buy them or what?
Let's keep moving.
That was like a Pawn Stars move. Look, next deal, 2 for 60, yes?
Today deal only. 2 for 60.
Yeah. Just goes up every time.
Is there? So you said there was a bunch of carts all around, right? Of
Yeah,
all
yeah,
sorts
this
of people
guy
selling
just-
stuff.
This guy was just like he was going from like cart to cart that was driving in this like Congo line of traffic,
Mhm.
and he was going from one to one trying to peddle his fancy rugs, and he was just the first one that was nearest to you when you called out.
All right, we gotta do this like Tijuana. Guys, don't make eye contact. Come on, let's just go.
So
Yeah.
what the fuck? Are you buying? Are we selling?
We
I know
don't.
we're
I
good.
just looked
We're
straight
good.
ahead.
We don't have
Sorry,
any
don't
rugs,
leave.
sorry.
We didn't know. It's
No,
okay.
guys. Yeah. So,
You're just
what are we
wasting
having for dinner, guys?
Sorry,
It's
not
okay.
today.
I'm sorry.
How's the
Try to
family,
fix it.
Jacob? Oh, good. Yeah. Oh,
Can I cast detect magic and just like look around at all the different carts and see if anyone's selling anything cool?
Sure. What's the range on it?
The range happens to be 30 feet.
30 feet.
Sphere.
And it's what lasts for like a minute, 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
The carts that are pulled off of the road are further than 30 feet. So really the only thing that you would catch in that radius would be like the cart that's in front of you and the cart that's behind you. If you wanted to cast a spell.
If it's
I won't
be too far away, then I wouldn't cast it. If it's just like a couple
okay.
carts. If it was like
Yeah.
a big group of carts, then I probably would have done.
Is there carts
Yeah.
like to the side of us, or is it like a straight line of carts?
It's mostly carts pulled off to the sides and just like congestion of people that are like walking between these carts that are pulled off to the sides. Like
Hey,
it's
I'm
pulled off
walking
to
here.
either side of the road, and there are
Right.
people that are running from like side to side, and it's just causing this massive like slowdown of like people that are actually trying to get on with their day.
Sounds about right.
Kind of like if you've ever been to a tourist town where there's a lot of foot traffic and just people being idiots, it's honestly kind of what you would be experiencing right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
I was gonna say.
I'm used to that.
Yeah.
So I'll pop my head over like the cart, or out of the back or whatever. I don't know how.
Mhm.
Was there like a covered wagon? Is that what we're in?
Yeah,
basically?
it's like a covered wagon.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop my head out like the back.
Okay.
It's kind of like one of the people that is just clearly just around perusing. He's like, "Hey, did I miss the memo? Says it's like a holiday or something going on here. It's really busy in town, huh?"
You see one person that's walking by and they've got like some fancy looking like food dish. It's like this. It almost looks like a flatbread pizza kind of that they're like eating,
Nice.
and they got like a mouthful and they're like, "What? Are you talking to me?"
Yeah, sorry. I was just kind of
Oh.
making conversation.
Sorry. What's up?
I'm just at it's awful busy, huh? It's just is there like a festival going on or something?
Oh, it's we got the summer festival coming up.
Oh,
It's a kind of a big event. I don't know. There's a lot of people have been making their way here for it. A lot of merchants, I guess.
no,
I don't.
we were just wondering what the traffic was all about. We left here a while ago. It was pretty smooth sailing getting out of town. So
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, it's normally not this bad. I think something about the guards have kind of locked down the gates a bit and are only letting a few people in at a time.
oh really?
I don't know. Yeah, my he points over to a cart that's nearby that's got some people because it look like kind of similar to him. You'd imagine probably like a family. It's like, yeah, we've been here for 2 or 3 days now, kind of trying to gain
Oh.
entry.
Oh,
So they're just stopping people. That's what's going on.
Yeah, some kind of checks at the gate. I don't know. And you take a good look at him. He looks fairly young, probably like in his teens, a younger kid. He's like, yeah, I just, we're just kind of waiting. I mean, we're making good money out here. My family, a couple of Smiths, easy to pop off the side of the road and do some cart fixing. But yeah, I mean, a lot of these people are trying to get in the city still.
Well, all right. I won't keep you any longer. Thank you for the info, little bud. You
Yeah.
take care. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. And he kind of gives the rest of the car a look before racing across the street to wherever he was heading. Looks like there was like another small group of like teenagers that were like with him.
Okay. I'll pop my head back in. So sounds like the guards to the city are stopping carts on the way in.
that's weird. Wonder if they had another attack or something. And they're locked down because of that.
It could just be
Oh,
standard protocol for the festival.
that could be too. Well, we are on business of the governor, so
Do we have like proof of that? I don't remember.
I mean, the guard art, they should recognize us, right?
Well, I mean,
Maybe?
there's probably more than a couple of guards in the city.
Well, true.
What are the odds that the guards that we run into are the ones at the gate right now?
All we got to do
remember
is,
names?
we get to the gates, and then I go, "Hey, Timmy, it's you. Hey, you remember us?"
How's your mother?
obviously they'll remember Narrowleaf.
Dead.
yeah.
Oh no!
Immediate death.
Which Butter, while you're kind of sitting up at the head of the cart, slowly traversing the crowds, at the mention of like guards, you do take notice of like a small, like a squad, like maybe like 4 guards just kind of like patrolling the area that walk past.
Well, there are guards right there. I point them out.
None of them look familiar to you, I will add.
What?
So to be clear, Butter just pointed his fingers at the guards and went, "There's some right there." Okay.
Hey guys,
Do they take notice of that by chance, or?
Good question.
About to be tough.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Okay.
really?
There's enough going on right now that they don't notice this little green verdant point at them.
do I notice them going like to a certain location, or they're just walking by?
They look like they're just walking along the road, heading away from it. So, like they're doing like a patrol among
patrol.
the people.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well, we're not going that way, so
I feel like if we get up to the gate, we'd be able to
yeah. I was gonna say.
get let in. Just bring up how Okuv sent us on our way to figure out the fire elementals.
Yeah. Towards the gate, we shall go.
Okay. So as
Wait it out, I
you're
guess.
I was like,
driving,
gate.
could I get the party, everybody, to roll just a Constitution saving throw?
Let's go.
Oh,
What?
God.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
Oh, Butter, no.
Constitution saving throw. And
Plus 3.
That's your
good.
con save, not your.
I know.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got
That's a
plus.
net 1,
Oh no.
flat out.
That'll be a 4. I'm at a negative
Okay.
Constitution.
15.
Was there one from Altius?
Altius.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Con
Constitution
save.
saving throw.
That's what I'm trying to do right now. Constitution. How do I fucking do these things again?
Roll D20.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is not what I rolled on my screen.
Wow, only Leo rolled good.
That's
So-
not what I rolled on my screen. That is
Oh,
not
you
what I
didn't
rolled. I
Jacob
rolled a
did it.
17.
You didn't roll that bad.
Scroll down on that window.
That I took a screenshot and I'm sending it.
Maybe
Hold
refresh your page. Because I think I've ran into this issue before.
I blame everything on the roll. Let's go. There we go.
I see an 11 on the picture you just
11.
sent.
What?
It's an 11.
It's a 17.
No, that's 11.
That's 11.
That's 100% 11.
No, at the
10 plus
top
1.
left, look at the dice. Look at the dice at the top left.
That's a 10.
Oh.
10 plus 1.
The game's rigged.
Oh, anyways, for the roll of the dice, as you guys are kind of slowly making your way through this congestion of people, it kind of starts with Butter riding up front, but slowly each and every one of you, minus Leo and Jacob, you catch a whiff of something that smells absolutely delicious,
Oh,
and it like causes like intense, just like hunger pains almost immediately.
Goodness.
Oh man, what is that?
of course, that's what I make a save on.
I know, right?
Oh,
We're gonna get into a fight today, and I'm going to completely love it.
Imagine the like greatest like bakery that you can think of. Just immediately walking in through the front door and just catching this glorious whiff of freshly baked bread. It just like instantly hits you.
I could
Question:
go
do
for
we
a
smell
bite right
anything, or is it?
You smell it too. It just does not
It's not
cause
as
you
good.
like intense
It doesn't
hunger.
affect us.
Got it.
Yeah, it smells really good. Yeah.
Oh, is
So
that
So to
one
us,
of the
it just
vendors
smells
out
all
here?
right.
Yeah, I'll pop my
Nothing
head
but
up like
rats
to
and
the front.
chewy rabbits and
Go
ahead and do-
rations.
Is that one of
Do
the
a-
vendors? Where is that coming from, Butter? Do you see him?
Do I see it?
Do a perception check, both Butter and Watson.
I don't think
Perception
it smells that great.
5. So
God damn it.
Butter, you can have an advantage because you're riding up front.
+2. Oh. Oh, good.
Did you eat it?
Where'd you get it? Hold on, I was asking where it was even at.
God damn.
Come from?
You
So it
rolled
was
a
through the
nat
whole
1 and a
time.
7 and a 4.
You're doing terrific.
You do find it, but it takes you a lot longer than you really care to admit.
I feel like this
Wait,
isn't
can
worth
we
the
use
diversion.
Narrowleaf?
It just smells all
Pretty sure
right. Like,
Narrowleaf could smell it.
Narrowleaf can give a whiff. Narrowleaf finds it faster than you. It's almost like Narrowleaf is like guiding you towards it subconsciously or consciously because Narrowleaf's hungry.
Narrowleaf's just drooling, dead-eyed, nodding towards the source.
Last time we fed Narrowleaf.
I assume
been
we did
feeding
at
her
the
every day.
break. Yeah.
Yeah, Butter would be feeding him quite
Yeah.
well. So eventually you're just following Narrowleaf's nose, which is almost beelining it to this one cart that has like a large, almost like stone, like brick oven that's hanging off the backside of it. And you see like what looks to be like a larger, like portly human male wearing like this big apron and like a chef's hat on his head, just like standing out in front of his cart holding what looks to be like freshly baked loaves of bread. Fresh bread over here. Fresh
Is there a
bread.
massive crowd around this vendor?
There's quite a few people running up to his cart, and like it looks like there's somebody like inside the cart that's doing like the sales while he's out front just kind of like peddling it.
You guys want some bread?
So is
Yeah.
everyone like running
Right
up
here.
at the same time?
I'm already outside the cart. You guys want some bread?
Right here. Give me 2.
All right. 2? Gotcha.
2.
How about you?
I'm good, thank you.
And you?
I'll get one too. Why not?
Okay, so I got 2 from... Okay, so 1 from Leo, 2 from Watson. Butter, do you want any?
Can I get a baker's dozen?
Baker's dozen of loaves of bread.
bread.
Holy shit.
He's a hungry boy.
A lot.
He did roll a nat 1 on the whole Constitution
Yeah.
saving throw, so maybe he has no self control right now.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not
cool.
getting you a baker's dozen.
Narrowly
I'll
holds
get
up
you
one
2.
hoof.
That's one for Narrowly.
Yeah.
Hoof.
Jacob, you sure?
Stomps on this.
Uh,
Stomps on the.
I don't think it smells all that great, actually. I'm good, thank you.
Really? Serious? After all these rations that we've been eating,
I mean, we had bacon.
are you absolutely positive? I'm
Do they
paying
have
right
any
now.
spread also with the?
I
little-
was about to. Do they got butter or cheese?
yeah,
Or...
like some sort of some cheese.
I don't know. I haven't walked up to the cart.
It's
Oh,
hard
yeah.
to see from this distance, but you do see some people kind of walking away with what looks to be some kind of like a red smear on their bread.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
Blood.
it's jam.
Blood.
It's got jam.
Watson, do you see that? Watson, oh,
yep,
we need
yep.
some of that.
2 o'clock.
Look, if you guys want to get jam, go for it. You guys could follow me, but I'm not ordering the jam. You gotta get in line with me if you're gonna be
He
getting jam
draws a
and
line
shit.
at jelly. Jelly is all it goes.
This guy. All right,
Jam
all
is
right.
fine.
I'm
Jam,
doing
it's
special
fuck
orders
you.
right now.
Ah,
I ain't doing
All
special orders
right.
right now.
Yeah.
Watson, you want to go or I go? Let's flip a coin. Who goes?
well, how much? What did you want?
Well, I want my baker's dozen.
Harold,
You're
can
not
I
getting the baker's
do a
dozen. That's too
perception
much
check
bread
to
to
find
go
I'm
like
gonna carry that many.
other food that's not bread?
Yeah, go for it.
Pretty sure they have baskets. I don't.
Do that.
You know how bread goes bad fast? Have you ever considered that? It's gonna go stale.
Alright, I'm
like,
not finding much,
Are you
am I?
eating like that? A
Yeah,
baker's.
right now
Hey, how
that
about
is all you have in mind.
It's just the
Right
bread,
here.
huh?
this? I'll go in on halvesies with you on the dozen. How's that sound?
Okay, we don't have to get a full baker's dozen. Okay,
You don't want to go halvesies? I'll go halvesies.
Doesn't like a normal person. Holy shit.
We each get a heavy. Is that fine or no?
that sounds good. Yeah, that's okay
All right.
with me.
Let's go to
That's
halvesies.
okay with me.
You
Okay,
want,
and then
you want the red stuff, right?
While
we
you guys
got-
are having this discussion, you
we
hear,
have to get this rest of.
sorry, folks, we have just sold out.
Come on.
Next
got
set of
the
loaves
red
will be
stuff?
out in 15 minutes.
Oh God.
15 minutes.
How about?
We also
Get
bring
in
out a fresh jar of apricot jam made by my wife.
Oh,
Oh.
This
we
guy's
get
the
that-
most wholesome guy ever.
we
I
want
have to
the
buy his
first-
bread.
We want the first baker's dozen that comes out of the oven.
and
He-
some jam.
He all of a sudden like takes notice of this cart that's like pulled up to the side of the road. He's like, "Oh, look at you guys coming for some bread, eh?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'll have you know it's the finest bread on this part of Khymall.
We heard it's the best.
In
It's
the middle of the road.
yeah, that's what people have been telling me all my life.
And your wife's jam
What's
is
the
the
best?
sweetest.
Say,
Your wife's jam is the sweetest.
You know why that's yeah.
well, we
Yeah,
got
that jam gets around.
10 or 15 minutes till the next loaves are done. I don't know if you want to
Oh wait.
pull off and maybe take a load off for a little while. My name's Carl, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Carl.
Carl.
Nice to meet you, Carl.
Butter, Watson,
How much is it for a baker's dozen?
A
Jacob,
baker's dozen. Well,
Leo.
let me do
Forrest.
some math. Generally, I've been charging about two silver a loaf, but for you guys, a baker's dozen, that's about 13. Right, correct, 13. Yeah.
Yep.
How about this? 24 silver for a baker's dozen.
Hoo-wee!
That's essentially just a free loaf.
So it's
Yeah.
free loaf. It's a free loaf.
I mean, I can.
Guys, it's a free loaf.
I'd be
Come on.
willing
good
to pay
bread.
for that.
We're going
a lot of
halvesies.
bread.
Wait.
Between all of us, we can afford a baker's dozen. I'll buy a baker's dozen
Wait.
for all of us.
You know what?
And throwing an extra jam, you got to do.
Why not?
Throw-
Yeah, let's
throw
just
in a
split,
jam?
let's split a baker's dozen between all of us. How about that?
There's
sounds fair.
5 of us, and these are full loaves of bread. This is so much bread.
I
Guys,
I don't
I
think you
didn't cook
understand how much bread this
Don't
is.
worry.
We were
That's
given. We were.
Blue, you misunderstand the
I
situation.
mean, at this point, if we're splitting,
I am a
between the 5 of
centaur.
us.
I'll absolutely eat this bread.
yeah, he'll smash on one of those right now.
Look how big
Butter's for
Alex
sure gonna eat
is.
one now. I'll
We
probably.
do also have quite a spread to go with the bread, by the way. I know I
actually, yeah,
mentioned my
you know-
wife's.
Actually, yeah,
Yeah.
there's 6 of us because don't forget the horse, narrowly.
Fair,
Yeah, we
fair,
got the
fair.
horse. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
you know
then
what?
your
Everyone-
wife's jam.
One for narrowly too. Why not?
Yeah. Do you sell any pastries besides bread?
Nope, just bread.
Any
It's good
drinks?
bread though. I don't sell drinks, but I mean, there's plenty of carts around here that you could probably find some drinks.
So just bread and jam. Okay. Huh?
Also got some butter, some nice homemade butter.
Oh, we got a butter too.
Made.
Oh, do you got some butter?
Oh, we
this
have
guy
a
here.
butter.
Oh, well, you're probably gonna want more than a butter for 13 loaves of bread.
No, this guy's name is
No.
Butter.
My
What?
name's. I put out my hand to like shake. Like I'm butter.
Your name's Butter.
Yeah.
That's a good one. My
Yeah.
wife's name is Sherry.
Hey,
I
that's
like the
Hey.
Sherry.
right.
Well,
That's
you
so
know what they
funny.
say, sharing is caring.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard that one before.
She must be very sweet.
I'd like to pause the session real quick. Just real quick, Farrell. This is the best character I've ever heard in any D&D session. I'm in love with this. Thank you.
It's Carl Baker.
I'm enjoying every second of this. Thank you.
Oh man.
Well, I'd say it's probably about another 5 or so minutes on the bread.
So one baker's dozen.
Baker's
Fresh off.
dozen,
Mm-hmm.
fresh.
So what's the conversion?
Some of your wife's spread. I mean, wow.
What's the conversion for gold to silver?
What was it, 10 to 1?
Butter across the face.
10
10
to
silver,
1?
1 gold, I think.
1-1.
It's 10 to 1, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could pay.
So
it's-
we got
that's 2 gold and
Can I just get some
Or
of the
silver.
jam?
What's a jar of the jam and a jar of butter go for?
well, the jam. I've been selling about 10 silver a pot. It's hard to get down here, but
Is it,
good
how
stuff.
big of a jar is it?
It's like your typical, like, not the giant like jar of Smuckers, but like the smaller one.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
Was hoping
And then
for
the
which one?
the butter, you know, I can get by with some butter for like, I don't know, 5 copper. The jam's the good stuff.
How
Jam
much
was
do
10
you
silver?
recommend for a
Quick,
baker's dozen?
Farrell.
I'm sorry, like 5
how
people
much
are talking.
jam is there per jar? Like, am I going to be able to use this on like an entire loaf, or is this going to be
That's what I'm saying.
over multiple loaves?
How
You're
much for
probably
a
gonna
baker's
get
dozen?
like 2 or 3 loaves a jar if
Wait,
you're
it-
conservative.
Okay,
I
cool.
feel like
we need,
This is the
5
important
jars.
questions. This is the most important question I've asked in the entire session, out of like entire D&D campaign.
Okay,
Yeah.
It
I'll
was
buy the jam.
I was about to stop and be like, we're going really hard on this buying.
yeah. It was
You're
10
putting his kids
silver
through
for
college.
per jar.
I'm okay. So I think I made a mistake on my money screen. I have 6 electrum instead of silver. I feel like that I shouldn't have 6 electrum. I feel like
Yeah,
it's only 6
Electrum is
silver.
not currency we use, so it's
I have-
probably
35
Gold.
gold and 9
Yeah, I'm gonna-
silver.
You said 10
Yeah, so I'm moving it to.
silver is a
To 1
jar
gold.
of jam.
That's
Well,
1
let's-
gold. That's just 1 gold.
The 1
yeah.
gold
Let's call
per
it
jar of
call
jam.
it 5 silver because that is quite a bit for a jar of jam. So 5
Okay.
silver for jam.
I'll pay for.
I-
And
I'll pay
how
for
much for the butter?
The butter was 5 copper.
I'll pay for the bread. The baker's dozen of bread.
Can
can
I
go
just
for the
get a single jar of the jam, please? I'm not getting any bread for
Just-
myself.
Jam. You're just gonna eat jam.
Well, I'm gonna use it on other things.
Well, we're splitting the bread between us all.
Oh,
so-
okay. Okay. Sure.
Yeah,
sure.
I'll
5
throw-
silver.
You know what? I'm gonna also give a tip of 2 silver.
Oh,
Wait,
You know.
how
like
much
kind of,
was a jar for how much bread? How
5
much-
silver for conversion of jar to bread, or
Yeah.
like
that's
like
about like 3 loaves of bread to 1 jar of jam. I'd say
Oh, really?
conservatively.
Okay.
Like if you want to really like sauce that bitch up, I'd say like 2 loaves to 1 jar.
Sauce that bitch up.
That's how he met his
Yeah.
wife.
Yeah.
Well,
So I'll take 3
Christy was
jars, I
very
think.
daring.
3 jars, okay.
Three
This is
jars
the
of
most critical thinking
jam
that
and
any of us have done
2
during
of
this
butter.
campaign.
My first D&D campaign I played in, I hunted for pumpernickel bread for like 3 hours straight. So, all right,
And-
3
and-
jars.
we are splitting the baker's dozen.
I think that's the agreement, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's
You want more.
there's
I mean, it's
six,
a whole
per-
loaf.
per-
there's
each
6
of
of
us.
us, so that's two per person plus an extra loaf.
The extra loaf will
I-
go to Narrowleaf. How about
I-
that?
Give one to Narrow Leaf.
Well, I mean, I was including Narrowleaf in
Okay.
the 6.
Oh, okay,
Was-
perfect.
Was
Uh,
what I
We
was.
keep a couple per
We'll be
people.
right back 1 second.
I'm not a huge fan of bread, so
Blue,
you can
I'm sorry.
take my
Jake,
I'll
loaves.
take your loaves. It's fine. I'll take your loaves.
Yeah,
No,
I don't.
well, hey, he did.
I mean, you can split it up however you
Sir, dude.
want. I'm just gonna.
I could
Not
cook
have
us up
bread.
some extra stuff with his share.
No. You misunderstand. This is my bread now.
We had do centaurs have extra stomachs? How many stomachs do centaurs have?
Probably somewhat bigger than a
Right.
regular stomach, I would assume. They might have 2 stomachs.
What is this baker's name?
Carl,
Carl.
Carl the Baker.
he
And then
introduced himself. He's Carl, and his wife, his name is Sherry.
So basically, it's like 2 loaves per person, right? Because there's 5 of us. That'd be 10 with
So
like a
two
couple
loaves
extras.
per person plus
Narrowleaf.
Narrow Leaf.
so
So there's 2 left over,
I'll take
No,
the other 2.
and then but Jacob didn't want his, so you can get Jacob's, and then me and Butter we can split the extra loaf.
Yeah, okay, I'll take Jacob's. So I have 4 loaves of bread, right?
Unless
Okay.
and then because me and Butter are splitting on the
no. Wait,
right?
wait. Is Jacob actually taking his?
I am not.
Wait, he
So
says he doesn't.
There's 4 people, 1 horse.
So that's 5 people.
That's 5. So that's 2 per person, and then there's 3 extra.
And a baker's dozen is actually 13.
Yes, a baker's dozen of 13.
So. All right, I'll take 3 jars of jam and 20
All
of
right.
baker.
All right. Go ahead and count out your coins for me, and I'll go and check how the bread's doing.
I
I'll
gave,
throw in
so-
5
so-
silver to
So
this
much, so
pot.
we appreciate it.
I put in 2 gold and 6 silver for all of the bread. I know that he said 4 silver, but I'm giving it to him.
Okay, so you're paying for the.
Yeah,
The
I'm
bread?
paying for all the bread.
All right,
Well, shit,
okay.
I'll take my 5 silver back. You won't even let me pay. Jesus.
You can
Wait,
include
how
a
much do you
tip,
pay?
or you can buy a jar of jam.
I'll buy you a jar of jam.
What's the total here? Let's just figure it out.
Well, I was getting the jars and the butter for myself, obviously.
Okay, you know what? 10 silver will go towards a jar for myself. There we go.
Well, I was just
That's
getting
2 jars.
That's 2
I
jars.
just want a jar of butter.
I'll 5 silver for
Okay,
But I'll toss in like a gold for my portion of bread and my jar of butter.
Buy a jar.
Can we add
So-
these to the inventory, or is there?
You have to add it as a custom item.
Yeah, maybe you'll have to make a custom item.
It's 10 copper to 1 silver, yeah?
How do we do that?
so
The same
I'm going to
conversion?
give you 15 silver
Yep,
for the
one of them.
jars and then 15 copper for the butter. Correct?
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to the baker.
Oh, you
Oh,
talking?
the baker
Baker
walked away.
He walked
Baker
away.
walked away to go check on.
I just noticed the baker walked away. What? Oh.
You're
What's
doing
going on?
bread, yeah, you're doing bread math. You lost track of the baker. He walked off.
How much
He'll
does
be back.
bread weigh?
Are we still getting bread?
How do you wait? How do you even do it? How do you even do a
How
custom
much does a
item?
loaf of bread weigh? How much does this bread weigh?
You click
Like-
manage inventory and then add.
Like a quarter of a pound, maybe. I don't know. A half a
No,
pound.
bread's pretty light.
A standard
How
loaf of
much?
bread shall weigh 1 pound. What the fuck? That
No.
Really?
That's some dense bread.
That is a
Yeah, how heavy is the
Okay,
apricot
okay,
jam
I
in the
have-
butter?
I have to ask, what kind of loaf? Is it like, are we
Like
talking like a
sourdough.
baguette or like just a
You haven't seen
regular
it
loaf
yet,
of white
honestly.
bread?
Oh,
You
yeah.
haven't seen it yet, but it smells very good.
Don't even know what you're buying.
No, hold on. We've seen people walking around with it, right?
Yeah, we have seen it. That is true.
Do you want to stare intently to somebody that's eating bread right now?
I mean, somebody.
I imagine we had
walked
been on
past
the
it.
way up,
Somebody-
right? You said we
wouldn't
saw
have known about
people
the
with
jam
jam
before.
on the bread and everything. So
Sure, okay. It looked like a nice slice of sourdough.
Oh.
yeah. Oh well, now I'm excited. Is it from Palm Springs?
Is this for me? Is this a joke for me?
Palm Springs is known for their sourdough.
Exactly.
Did you do this for me?
So while you guys are like counting out your coins and whatnot, you see Carl coming out, and he's got these nice like wrapped boxes that look about the size of like something that like a couple loaves of bread could fit in each one. He's like, okay, I got a baker's dozen of bread. How many jars was it? I couldn't really remember. You guys were kind of confusing me with all the numbers.
Three jars of jam for me, myself, 2 butter myself.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
Watson, you wanted a
jar for
jar
me.
as well?
One jar of butter for me, please.
One
So
for-
we got 4 jars of jam, 5 jars of jam.
I was
One
also
jar
gonna
of
get
butter.
one of each.
6,
Okay, so now we have 6 and
I put in my money for
and
mine.
2.
no,
6 and
6
2. Is
Put in
that
my money.
6
for
and
a jar.
3.
6 and 3? All right.
Leo, did you want jam?
4 because you wanted
Okay.
2 butters, right?
Two, 6 and 4. Yeah.
And I wanted one, and then he wants one. So 4 butters, 6 jams. That's it. Right?
Leo, you wanted jam, right?
Okay.
I'm fine
So
with that now.
6 and 4.
7 and 4.
7 and 4. Okay. Sherry, honey. 7 jam, 4 butter.
Yep.
And he looks to you guys for confirmation.
Yes, perfect. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Nod my head.
That's-
Do you
I-
think we should get more butter?
no, I don't.
Oh,
It's not that
A
much.
few moments later, this like portly looking older woman comes out, human as well. She's got a nice like apron on as well, and she comes out carrying this nicely wrapped like box, presumably with your jars in. He's like, "Here you go, honey. Got them all nice and wrapped up for you all. Thank you so much for purchasing from us today.
Well, thank you.
Really appreciate it. Please
How
please
much
let me
do we
know how
owe
the
you?
jam is."
How much do we
Oh,
owe?
heavy
you?
is a jam.
Thank you so much.
He's a chef.
I don't
It's-
think the weight's gonna be a problem
weight
with
don't
jam
matter.
and butter.
I'm
I-
keeping track.
How do
Okay.
we add stuff again? The inventory.
Manage
Fifteen,
inventory, add items, and then hit add custom item, and then just type in a name and add item.
So I'm gonna give him a gold, and then
Actually, 2
I have
goals.
6 random silver. I'm gonna give him that too. I'm gonna tip him
Okay.
6 silver.
I just give him 3 gold and 5 silver.
I give him my
Okay.
5 silver for my jam.
What kind of bread was it again?
Sourdough.
Sourdough.
I have to add
Nice.
that. I have to add that into the notes. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
So they collect the coins from each of you for what you owe. Just make sure you tally down what you spend.
Got it.
He's like, so what are you folks up to? You coming from Khymall like the rest of these people, or you coming from
Oh,
somewhere else?
we're just getting back from a job.
Oh, a job, I'd say. Do you mind sharing?
You said it was
Uh,
apricot jam,
sorry,
right? Really
we're-
quick, sorry.
Yep, apricot.
It's kind of a private job. We're not
Oh.
supposed to really share too much about it.
Oh, kind of like my secret recipe for my sourdough bread.
What's the secret?
Kind of like that.
Oh, well, it wouldn't be a secret if I shared it. And he gives a wink.
I was like, can I read mine? I forget.
I will say the trick is to let the yeast kind of wake up a little bit.
It's always the yeast.
Yep.
Yeah.
I started writing down like let this
yeah.
Yeah, our resident
You're
cook.
firing, right? Yeah.
And you actually do see like now that the fresh bread has like come out of the ovens again, and it revitalized this like strong smell of nice warm bread. People are like flocking to his cart now, and his wife has like quickly taking orders, and she's like running the one man show. Like she's definitely like the brains of this operation.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are heading back into the city, huh?
The idea if we can get in.
We're trying.
It's been a struggle for a lot of folk out here. I kind of gave up after about 3 days, but I've been making good money out here.
Well, that's good to hear.
I'm glad to hear that.
Surprised
Wait,
people are
hold
staying
on.
if it's
3
been-
days?
Yep.
Are you getting any news from?
Well, the other guy mentioned 2 days, didn't he? So 3 days. Is
No, I
not-
think it was like. Yeah, I think it was 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Just been hearing a lot of bureaucracy bullshit.
Surprised people are
Wasn't
sticking
expecting to say
around
that.
for this long waiting. I would have just.
I mean, it's a couple days to Khymall from here, so I think it's kind of like the lost cause fallacy
it's
Oh.
sunk cost.
or sunken cost fallacy.
Well, it's good to hear you're making money at least, even
Yeah,
if you can't
yeah.
get into the city.
Yeah, I'll get in there eventually. I got no qualms about that. The festival's not for another week or so, so it's not too much a concern on my book. I take life one day at a time.
That's a good attitude to have.
Yep. That's what my pappy always told me when I was growing up. So I carry that through my life. Well, I don't mean to keep you folk too much longer. Go ahead and dig into your bread. I'll be heading back to my cart to go help old Sherry over there.
Well, all right. We don't want to
Have-
keep you too long either. You look busy, so.
Have a good day.
If you two, if you catch me inside the city, feel free to say hello.
Will do.
All right.
Any-
You take care, Carl.
Thank you. And he starts to head
How
back
did
to
we split it up?
his cart.
How did we split up the bread?
It
I
was-
paid for all of the
Well-
bread. You guys paid for everything else.
So we got each 2. I think you got 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because Jacob didn't want any.
And then there was leftovers. You want to split those, Butter?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we get half, right?
Yeah.
Leo, do you want my 5 here? Do you want 5 silver? I'll throw that in. I took a little extra.
I suppose. Yeah. If you want to keep it, then you can keep it.
Just
but
take the 5 silver. Just take it.
Alright.
Go. Take it.
Alright.
There you go.
So we have
I'll-
7 jam,
I'll graciously accept.
1 for Leo. You wanted 1, Watson?
I took 1 jar of butter and 3 loaves of bread. One
Okay.
of which I'm
You
digging.
didn't want any jam?
No, it's just I'm going butter.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's what I like. What?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Would you enjoy your apricots? I'll enjoy my butter.
Well, I'm gonna enjoy both.
I don't know what the business is. I'm just trying to enjoy my butter and bread.
All right, all right. Did you want jam? You wanted a jam, right? Jacob?
Jacob wanted a
Oh,
jam
yeah,
and
sorry.
a butter.
I had 1 jam and 1 butter.
One
Yeah.
jam.
No bread.
What
He didn't want any bread, but he
I
wanted
don't-
jam and
do you
butter.
want?
I
Jam
don't
and
like
butter?
bread.
What are you gonna put it
How do you
on?
not like
I don't
bread?
know.
It's your ration or what?
Butter can be used in a lot of things, and apricot jam's always good.
Altius 1 and 1.
One on what? What?
Butter
Butter
Jam.
No, I already got my jam.
Oh, you only want. Okay.
I only got 1 jam.
We got.
Okay. So you guys pack up back
Who-
on your cart.
Who all has what? after all is said and done.
I have 4
Okay,
loaves
that's
of bread and 1 jam.
I have 1 jar of butter and 3 loaves of bread.
I probably
Everyone
should have
else
bought 2
should-
jams, but it's fine.
Everyone else should have
I'll live.
2, except for butter that also has 3. And yeah, I'll take the
Wait, we
extra
ordered.
2.
We had 7 jam, didn't we?
Yeah, I got extra jam for myself.
Yeah.
What? You got 5. You got 4 jars of jam.
It's. I am preparing for the
This fucking
future.
guy with 4 jars of jam.
Man,
Two
it
loaves
should
of
last a
bread.
bit.
I got
Gonna
3
jam
loaves
them
of
in your
bread.
ass.
So while you guys are having this conversation, Narrowleaf just like walks up to whoever's got like the box of bread and just takes a whole loaf.
Well, one was for
Yo.
him anyway, so
That's
he had,
that's
he had two. So
Here,
He
you want
take-
Bad manners. We are
Narrowly
teaching Daryl
takes
bad manners.
you want
narrowly takes a nibble of the bread before it gives like a whinny and looks towards Butter and like kind of like looks between him and the jar of jam and like gives like a
Horse
nod
knows
towards
what's
the
good.
bread. Yeah, just like
one second, I'll be right back.
So I just want to say, great encounter, guys. That was really awesome.
yeah, that was
Mm-hmm.
Great team building there.
Carl the baker.
That was
Carl
that might have been the hardest I've ever laughed when you're like, I haven't heard that one. Dude, I could not breathe. It was so
That
funny.
was probably my hardest not to laugh.
I just
So-
laughed. I didn't try to hold it back at all.
So you guys hop back up in your cart and start eating bread. To those of you who are like got those hunger pains from the smell, it is like the best fucking meal you've had in the last like 2 weeks.
Oh my
This-
god.
Honestly, best bread you've probably ever had, and you're not sure if it's just the hunger that's like giving it to you, but this bread is fucking good. Leo, it's delicious bread. It's very good, but
Spent like an
the,
hour
like-
at Bread Guy, and I don't miss a second
Yeah.
of it.
and
I do
Jacob,
miss every second of it.
Jacob, you're enjoying your jars of jam. You look them over, and it's got Sherry's apricots on it.
Nice.
You look upon your kingdom of jelly and you weep, for you have nothing left to gather.
So, you guys basically get back in line. I'm guessing on with your cart, and it's slow moving. Enough time for you guys to pretty much eat an entire loaf of bread as you're waiting.
So much bread.
That's a lot of carbs.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so good though.
It's
God.
not that bad.
Nothing. I mean, are you guys looking for anything else, or are you just kind of like waiting for the line?
I think we're
Just waiting for the line, looking for Luna.
Okay.
Get through the traffic, I think.
So, about an hour or so goes by, and you start actually getting closer and closer to like the kind of the gates that lead to the city. The guard presence starts to like thicken the closer you get to the actual gates. You see lots of guards that are kind of like patrolling the area. Some of them are like going up to people and like asking them questions and whatnot. A couple of guards kind of glance your way, mostly just eyeing up new arrivals. You see a particular like large group that are kind of like standing in front of the actual gates, and you're able to see. I'm Butter still driving, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Butter, do a perception check for me.
God damn it.
Roll initiative.
How many seats are at the like
+2.
front area where
It's
he
like
has
a
the
bench
reins?
seat that like
Okay.
3 of you could fit.
Okay, then I'm gonna be sitting up at the bench seat
Okay,
as well.
do a perception check too.
Okay.
And that was a total of 9 for you, Butter.
What is my perception?
No, 8.
8. Okay.
Is my Luna perception still going?
Yeah, it's same as it was.
Alright.
+3. Cool.
Okay. You catch the kind of the same thing. You see a lot of the guard presence. You manage to see one guy that kind of strikes you. He looks kind of like, you would describe him as like dangerous, almost like his appearance. Like he's got like a kind of like a real thin, like scraggly beard and like an eye patch over one eye. He glances in your direction, and he's amongst the guards. He's not wearing like a guard's uniform, but he's like amongst them, that you would guess that he's associated with them in some fashion. But he kind of looks your group over and continues on. But eventually you guys make it towards the front of the line, and a guard starts to approach your cart. And it's Butter and Leo up front.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
So a group of about 5 guards approaches. one of them starts to beeline it in the driver's seat direction, while the other 4 start doing like a 4-point like inspection around the cart. They give Narrowleaf a little look, and then they start like looking at the underside of your carriage and everything, kind of like inspecting it. And the one guard walks up to Butter, presumably. And he's like, "All right, so reason for travel and entry papers.
Uh,
Come on, let's go.
but Brett,
Got a long line, buddy."
I don't think we got entry papers.
Entry.
I just
We were.
I hold out.
I'm gonna
Hello.
kind of like butting, kind of like we were on a mission from out of character. What was the
Okuv.
governor's name?
Okuv.
Governor
We were
Okuv.
on a task from Okuv. He hired us for a job.
The guard kind of gives you like a flat look, and then he like glances at his clipboard.
We're investigating the fire elementals.
Mm-hmm.
We helped take down the
Okay.
one that was in the city that burned down the tavern. A couple weeks
I'm
back.
gonna be honest with you. I was not stationed here during that. I don't know what that is.
Whew, it was rough. Let me tell you.
So, all right. So you're saying Okuv sent you on a mission, and you're returning.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you got any paperwork proving this?
I mean,
Can I try and persuade him of this?
We have
Did he
narrowly.
give us anything when we left?
is there someone that might know that was here during the fire elemental that we could talk to? It wasn't. We weren't told that we'd need papers to re-enter. We went out
Can I
into the
get-
desert.
A persuasion check from Jacob and Leo.
That was
Plus
my
6 in
persuasion.
persuasion, and I still mess that up.
I haven't rolled good all night.
You haven't rolled all good.
Yeah, you were worse than me. I've been
I was
average.
like, I got a nat 1.
I've just been
The
average.
guard gives you both like a flat look, and then he glances to the other 4 guards that just finished their inspection. He just looks at him. He's like, "Anything? No, sir. Nothing."
Leo,
Wait
aren't
here.
you from the guild?
No. I'm from what? What was the knights that I was a part of?
I'm wondering
The
if
girded healers.
I was
Don't-
part of the. I'm part of the guild of girded healers, but that's not involved in the breeze.
Don't we
How
have
did you
that,
as far
like,
as I'm
get
aware.
Tank of
involved with
wood?
helping us out with this?
I was traveling to this town and I helped a caravan get rid of a fire elemental on the way there, and then Okuv called me in with you guys.
And what did he call you in a part of?
I'm not clear on what you mean by that.
Never mind. It's
While you
fine.
guys are talking, the guard that was talking with you just said, "All right, just wait here for a minute," and he walks off and he goes towards the person that Leo had kind of clocked, and the guard goes up to him and they start to have kind of a conversation. It's out of earshot, but you can clearly tell they're talking about you as the guy with the eye patch glances with his one good eye glances in your direction a few times.
Mine? Leo?
The cart's
It's just the
direction.
group.
Give him a little
Yeah.
wave.
He frowns at the wave.
Oh,
But then he like looks back towards the guard and like gives just like a nod and says some words, and the guard salutes and turns and walks towards the group. He's like, "All right, so you guys are heading to go see a Kuv then, right?
yes.
Yes.
All right, let me go get some paperwork for you, just in case you get any kind of a hassle. Who was it that you talked to before leaving the city? Like, who was it that assigned you?"
It was a
It was
coup.
directly from Okuv directly gave us a job.
Yeah, but I mean, like, from the guard, was there Like, was it the
What was his
captain of the
name?
guard, or was it?
What was the captain's name?
Eldridge? No, that's not.
I honestly don't have the captain of the guard's
Um,
I
name.
don't feel like it was done officially at this point.
You would have remembered it was Victor.
Victor?
Victor
Okay. Yeah, it was
Gercoris.
Victor
Victor.
Gercoris was with him when he gave us the job.
Ah, Victor. All right.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be right back. And he kind of jogs off, his like chainmail clinking behind him. You'll notice that the guy with the eye patch is still like watching you guys closely. The rest of the 4 guards that kind of inspected your cart, kind of go over by him and start like communicating and whatnot. But his gaze, like his one eye, does not leave your direction. And after about 10-15 minutes, the one guard comes back and goes towards this man and shows him like the paperwork and whatnot, like unrolls the scroll and shows it to him, and he gives a nod of confirmation, and the guard comes back in your direction. All right. Your story checks out. Victor signed off. You guys are going to be free to enter the city. Gonna need this, and he holds out the scroll for presumably Butter to take, unless somebody wants to take it.
I mean, if Butter doesn't take it, I'll take it.
I grab it.
Okay. These are your travel papers. If you get outside of the city, this is your only way into the city. We're not giving you any more. You'll lose them. You're SOL.
SOL?
Shit out of luck.
Okay.
As you can see, there's a lot of people trying to get in the city. We only have so much room. So you don't have one of these, and he points to the papers that are in your hand. You ain't getting in. Also, if we find out that you sold these papers, you're heading to the Rock.
What?
Beggar's Rock?
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm
Understood.
not gonna do that. No.
Thank you, sir. There won't be a problem.
Yeah.
And I don't think I need to remind you, but I will anyways. You cause problems in the city, we're going to have problems.
No problem.
All right.
No problem.
And the guard turns and cups his hand to his mouth. He's like, all right, we got a cart coming in. And you start hearing chains being pulled as the metal doors start to swing open. And the 4 guards that inspected your cart actually kind of swarm around you just to stop somebody from sprinting past them into the city. And the one guard's like, all right, you only got a minute to get in. Go. Let's go. Come on.
Let's go.
Go.
Narrowly. Come on, Narrowly.
Narrowly takes
you.
off in a dead sprint.
No.
Another cart pulls out in front of you.
No.
No. You pull into the city and make it in due time. And just as you cross the threshold, you start to hear the chains start to slip and the doors start to close behind you. Which now brings you guys into Abresis.
Is it nighttime now or still evening?
It's after 6, so the sun is on. It's way down. You still have a couple hours of light left, so it's evening.
So it wouldn't be too late to go see it.
Well,
It wouldn't.
I mean,
I say we get a room first, just in case.
we should go to see Mikhail's daughter first.
I mean, we did
We
tell
did
the
promise-
guards that we were going to go see a Kuv.
Yeah, let's just go
Yeah,
see
but
it.
we have other business in the city as well.
Well, I
That we
know,
can-
but
less pressing business in the city. Okuv would be probably the first thing we'd want to go take care of. Seeing as he's, the governor of the city.
Just so long as we do see Mikhail's daughter, we did promise.
Yes,
go
I
see
have a letter for her.
we check in really quick with Oku, and we have time. We go see the daughter. Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
So you guys are going to Okuv.
Just a quick
I
second.
guess so.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So, I will say, just entering the city, you guys kind of like pause for a moment, had your conversation, and then just look up and start to go. The first thing that comes to like each of your minds that you think of, for those of you that are kind of like looking outside the cart and whatnot, is the city is very like strangely empty compared to what it was like outside the walls. And even like thinking back to when you guys originally left the city, like the bustle of the city is just not there.
Huh.
I wouldn't describe it as like a ghost town, but it's just eerie almost, like a lot quieter than you remembered it being.
Like almost
Um,
seems like something's going on.
Something. And like walking through the kind of initial part of the city, there wasn't so much as like a lot of shops, more as like a lot of residential, and most of the people kind of like avoid the main road. A lot of people like give your cart like extra attention because it's just you're not sure if it's just that they haven't seen a cart a lot lately, or it's just people arriving. But yeah, it's just weird. Just an overall lack of people around.
Hmm.
And continuing to drive into the city, you eventually like start passing what were like shops and whatnot that were like open while you were there. Most of them were just kind of like your general stores, your food shops and whatnot. And quite a few of them look like closed, like shut down.
There
No,
anyone like walking around near us?
on the main street, most people are giving you a pretty wide berth. They're kind of giving you like the stranger danger treatment, I guess, would be the best way to describe it.
Continue on to Oku.
Is there anyone that's seemingly like less stranger danger towards us?
You spot a group of guards kind of sitting at a crossroads. They're kind of just like standing there, keeping an eye out. They don't really pay you guys too much mind. But
Are they
they're
like
not
close
exactly
enough
like,
that we could like say something to them?
they would be along like your path that you could try and talk to them.
Should we ask the guards what happened here?
I'm not sure it matters. We're going to see Oku anyway.
Right, but I don't fully trust Oku.
I'm sure there's an explanation for the things that Mikhail told us.
Oh, that's what we're here to find out, isn't it?
Yep, I suppose so.
Seems very odd, especially how everyone's looking at us like we shouldn't be.
Yep, it sure is. Let's just keep our heads straight, get to Oku's, and not kick up too much ruckus. We're not sure what happened here yet. Maybe when we talk to Okuv, we can get some answers.
So do you talk to the guards, or are you just gonna keep going?
Let's keep going, I guess.
Just give a
Okay.
nod.
I mean,
and
like
keep going.
do a little bit of like a nod towards.
Yeah. Not
You know,
the, like, what's
you know
up,
that the
but
nod, the nod
yeah.
down, the like
The dude nod.
acknowledgement dot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every one of us looks directly at their eyes and gives them the dude nod.
At the exact same time.
Yeah.
They
Choreographed.
they give you guys like a look that's almost like, why the fuck are you acknowledging me? And I will add, like, so far the guards you've seen look considerably different than the guards that you'd seen when you left the city.
Like, how so?
Like these
Like
guys
different,
look
different armor or different.
so far the guards you've seen have been wearing generally the same like city guard attire, but these guys look like I described that guy earlier at the gate like as dangerous. All these guards that you've passed so far have like a look of experience, like veterancy, danger to them, like guys that have been in
They're
scraps
like
before.
elite looking.
Yeah, I'd say so. Grizzled
Who've brought out
compared to like
his goons.
his black shirts.
Mm.
On Blue Black Ops.
So you guys continue. You're heading towards the kind of like the how do I want to describe it? The upper class quarter of the city, I guess I would say, where like the governor's mansion is. It's kind of weird driving the cart through this part of the city because it's more of like foot trafficy. So you do continue to get looks, especially like the closer you get to the upper class, you actually start to see more and more people out and about. Particularly, you start seeing like a thicker guard presence, and that's actually Leo. You take the notice. You start to see like a sprinkling of different like different outfitted guards kind of patrolling along with the regular guard. Some of these guards they have the same kind of like veterancy look to them, but instead of their typical like guard attire of like these like golden like tunics that cover their armor, some of these guys have these white tunics with these like silver accents on it, and on the center is this like silver tree that's got most of its like branches barren besides a few like orange and like red leaves on it. It's kind of like a crest on the front of their tunics, and it strikes you as odd because you don't remember seeing that before you left the city.
Is that like part of an order? Like, would I know what that order is?
Do a history check for me.
I was gonna say,
Shit, that's-
rolling.
History's -1. Shit.
Oh boy.
-1 in history?
Yeah.
Huh.
It doesn't it doesn't like pique your memory of anything. Yeah, you really can't place it.
Do
It's
I
definitely something that you're not
notice it?
familiar.
Okay.
You're riding in back. Would you have been like? Would you have had your head kind of peeked out the side of the cart during
I
this?
feel like since we're in the town and everything's been super awkward, I'd be a little more on edge. So probably.
Okay, go ahead and do a history check too.
I'm just kind of assuming that it's maybe a different religious order that I'm affiliated with or not familiar with.
I was kind of thinking that too, but if I'm rolling history and not religion, maybe not.
Oh, I mean, or like paladin order /
Right.
knight order.
Yeah,
You-
+5 and just rolling 8s. So many
I have a
8s.
-1 in
Yeah.
intelligence, so
Hey,
the
actually-
-1 in history isn't that.
Watson, would you be looking around right now too?
I think I'm still just in the cart.
Are you chilling, or would you be kind of like looking around and like taking in the sights as you guys are going?
He's eating bread and jam or butter.
just chilling.
Okay,
Kind of-
okay. So
Interest.
Jacob, you don't know exactly what it is, but your best surmise would be that it's like a crest of like a noble house of some kind.
Okay.
Um,
So
like
like
typically like
noble house, so probably pretty honorable,
sure,
I would assume, as an outsider
Yeah,
to the
that's-
city.
that's a safe
Yeah.
assumption.
Yeah.
Yes, nobility, famously honorable people.
Yeah.
I
Um,
come from a really closeted group of individuals who only have book smarts. So
So, and you actually, Leo, you do take notice that the closer you get to the governor's mansion, the more and more you see these silver, these like guards with the silver tree on their chest. You start to see more and more of them, kind of like loitering around the governor's mansion, especially like the grounds that are kind of in front of it. You see quite a few of them just kind of patrolling the area.
Okay.
And eventually you get up in front of the mansion. Quite a few of the guards like give you some like serious looks, and one of them even starts to kind of approach your wagon. do you guys kind of like start to get out? Are you waiting for him to approach? How do you want to handle this?
Are
I
we
get out.
like at the place?
Yep, you just pulled up in front of like the pathway that leads to the front door.
Yeah, I
Probably
get
get
out.
out then.
Okay.
Just get out and kind of like face him and give him a bit of a salute.
Okay. He gives you like a curious look. And then he takes notice of the like bread and jams that you guys kind of have like surrounding you. And he gives like a all right.
I present the papers like, do you want these?
He walks up and like wordlessly takes them, looks them over, puts like drops it from his field of view to like look over each and every one of you, then folds it back up over his eyes, continues reading. He's like, all right, coming to see a Kuv. Is that what this is?
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right.
Nod.
And this guard's got that silver tree on his chest, and he's like, all right, he's in a meeting with the lady at the moment, so you guys are gonna have to just go in the front door and talk to the servants. They'll tell you what to do. And he gives you back the papers and starts to go
Okay.
back to his post.
Are we? Do we just leave our cart and horse here?
Sure,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
sure. Kind of
Alright.
gives like a do whatever you want type of vibe.
Hmm.
Kind of want to ask about the town, but at the same time,
Yeah, seems kind of.
You
Well,
feel
kind of on edge.
right now, yeah, each and every one of you feel just several sets of eyes like staring in your direction. Because there's dozens of guards kind of just patrolling this area.
Oh.
And while there are some people out and about, most of them are dressed in like finer clothes and stuff, not wearing like armors and carrying
Mhm.
weapons of the sort and whatnot. It's kind of like a mixture of you guys are kind of out of place, as well as people are just on edge already.
I tear off a
Seemingly.
piece of bread and dip it in my jam.
we got those
Mhm.
travel papers back, right?
Sure.
I mean, we're
Yeah,
at-
he handed
I
them.
mean, yeah.
Sure.
I can't wait till they're covered in jam.
Oh, I bet they already are.
You actually see the guard kind of like trying to like wipe his hands off on his pants. Why was that so sticky?
Let's go inside, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll just kind of start heading inside.
Okay,
Yep.
okay,
As will I.
sure.
Oh.
So,
Just
the
being like
gazes
very
don't leave you.
like
What?
relaxed, like telegraphing our moves as much as possible so no one's like getting weird about us.
Okay.
I kind of like pump up my chest, kind of to seem taller.
The gazes don't leave you. You definitely feel like the intense stares on you, but
Yeah, I'm
eventually you make it to
definitely,
the door.
Shyly moving along.
There's two guards posted to like either side of like the main doors. So do you go up and just like knock, or do you just go and open the doors right away? Or
just
I mean, I'd
Just walk
probably
there.
talk to the
I
Just
guard.
open them.
walk in.
Okay.
I mean, like, are they? How
Jacob,
far
you
to the
go talk
side
to
are
the
they?
guard,
Like,
I'll
are they
open the door.
covering the door, or are they off to the side of the door?
they're off to the sides.
Okay, then yeah, I'll
I
just
would
go
just
up
open
to the
the
doors
door.
and
Yeah, I just hold up
Try
the
to walk
papers
in.
like, we're good, we're good.
Okay. They
Are we
don't
at a
even
fucking VIP event? What the fuck? I fucking hate this. All right.
all
How
right.
tall is this door? Does
It's
Altius have to like lower his head?
it's like a French door, like tall.
Yeah, this is a fancy place.
Yeah, it's a mansion. It's like large wooded, like heavily wooden French doors.
Does it have like those large door knockers?
Yes.
Does it have windows in the door, or is it like
No, they're solid
Okay.
wood.
Oh.
Best guess would be like a solid walnut.
Oh,
Yeah, real nice shit. So you go to open a door, and neither guard really makes a move on you. They just kind of like stare, and you open up doors, and everybody scurries inside. And walking in, you just this main entryway. There's like a door to your right, door to your left, and these big like stairway that goes straight up right in front of you. There's like a couple like nice like couches in the area. And you see just some servants kind of like walking through the area. Some of them seem like they're kind of like on a mission, like they've got this thing that they're doing, and they're not stopping for anything. They don't even pay you any mind. Some people like glance in your direction.
I'm gonna
And you
try and
still
like,
have a guard presence in this
Yeah.
area too.
I'm gonna go to like the nearest servant and ask about like we're here to see Okuv. Is there what should we do for while we wait?
The servant that you stop is just like this younger half elven woman who's got her arms just like full of like sheets. Like I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to talk to the Jameson. I can't help you right now. And she like continues on her way past you.
Who's
Jameson.
Jameson?
Damn
Who's
it.
left? Kawhi? Did you just
That would be
crash?
me. You
Oh.
hear a voice say coming from the stairs as this older human male starts walking down, and he's wearing like finer clothes. It's like, yes, that would be me. I am Jameson.
Hi.
Sorry about that.
We're here to see Okuv.
Okay, and I'm
Do you
holding.
have an appointment?
We're reporting back on a mission they sent us on about the fire elementals.
Butter, do you have the papers?
papers, and I'm holding them up.
He leans down and looks, and he takes like a finger, and like a kid that takes their finger to like frosting of a cake, he like takes his finger to it and comes back, and he's got some like red jam on his finger. He gives it like a little lick, and he's like,
we-
apricot.
Remember Jameson from the last time we were here?
You do not.
Okay.
Last time
Everything's new.
it
Got it.
last time it was the city captain of the guard that it was Victor that kind of walked you through the city or the,
Right.
the mansion. Apricot, I presume.
Cherries, sweet apricot.
Mm. So travel papers, are these supposed to mean something to me?
Didn't we get also other papers with that checked out that we were going to see Okuv?
They just gave you travel papers. They just
Oh, I
double
thought
checked
they-
your story.
Oh,
So that would be a no to the appointment.
well, we were.
Can we make
There
an
wasn't
appointment?
exactly a clear time as to when we were going to return.
That is all right. The governor is currently in a meeting with a lady, so it will be a few moments. I will let him know you are here. Who is it that I'm to tell him that is here? Do you group have a name?
I don't think we gave him a name.
I don't think we ever
Um,
really decided on a name. We were just the group that he sent off to figure out the fire elemental situation.
My name is Leo, if that helps him.
Would be better if I had a name, but okay.
Well, we didn't have
I
one
will-
when we left, so he wouldn't recognize the name.
Tell him Watson and his deputies are here.
Watson and his deputies. Got it.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
kind of roll my eyes at that.
Please have
I
a
just
seat
know
on the
that
couch.
you remember me, so whatever.
I also did say Leo, by the way. Never mind.
Watson, Leo, and their deputies. Got it. Have a seat on the couch. If I can get some refreshments, if it's going to be a while, just take a
Ooh,
seat.
Water.
I'll be right
Okay.
back.
Yeah, take our seat.
Try not to get apricot anywhere, please. It's expensive upholstery. I'm sure you understand.
Is
Butter,
is there
why don't-
is there a restroom around here I could use real quick? I just
Yeah. Left doors. Down the hallway. Second door on your right.
I'm gonna
Do not touch anything.
I'll try not to.
turn to Butter and say, why don't you
I'm
let
literally
me,
going to the
why
bathroom.
don't
So
you let me hold the papers from now on?
But okay, but they gave it to me. But I suppose.
Uh,
Damn it! I died. Sorry.
So,
I have the travel papers.
So-
I'm gonna take note of that.
okay. Add 'em to your
Everyone keeps
inventory.
asking us about a group name. Perhaps we should come up with one.
Working hands.
O'Keefe's?
O'Keefe's.
Sourdough.
Sours.
Wait,
Jam.
what was the
The
bread then? Total-
sourdoughs.
What was the
Apricot
bread?
jam.
It was
Sourdough bread from Palm
Springs.
Springs.
Palm Springs bread.
Did you guys see
Palm
the pictures
Springs
that
sourdough.
Will chat?
No.
Oh, where?
Oh, your custom items from Palm Springs.
That's
No.
I don't know
Not
about the
from Palm
jars though.
Springs.
Sour palm.
Very nice.
Yeah, back what I missed.
They were just talking about team name.
Yeah.
Before we see Okuv, I'm going to be right back.
We could be
Okay.
the sourdough starters.
Man, you guys should see the bathroom that guy's got. Holy moly, that toilet's worth more than I am.
I actually want to say, Watson, while you were in the bathroom, can I get a perception check?
So 14 plus 5.
Nice. So while you were in the bathroom draining the lemon, taking the kids to the pool, whatever it was, you couldn't help but overhear the sounds of a kind of an argument happening in the room above you. It sounded like two distinct voices, like a male voice and a female voice, and it sounded like it was a pretty heated conversation. It was hard to make out words, but the emotion was there.
Okay.
How many people are looking at us right now? Like, can I get like an idea of what's going on in the room while we're waiting?
There is, there seems to always be some kind of like staff, either servant or whatnot, walking through the area.
Yeah.
You do take notice of a pair of guards that are watching you guys specifically.
They're probably assigned to us. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Anything out of the ordinary? Anything that
Everything?
doesn't seem like it should not be happening right now within this place.
Do an insight check for me.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. Do an insight check. Or perception, whichever you would prefer, I guess.
I would prefer perception.
Okay, do a perception check.
Right, I'm back.
20, dirty 20.
The servants and generally the staff in general seem very like nervous. Like they seem skittish. They're like avoiding
Always like this.
they're avoiding eye contact and just kind of like straying away from you guys in general, keeping a wide berth.
This is going
Nobody
to go
really wants
well when I cast Zone of Truth.
This is probably normal.
Still planning on that with all this going on?
I have to. I told him I would.
Oh my god.
I made a promise.
So
Do we know that he's going to do that, by the way? I forget.
I don't
Zone
think
of Truth.
I think I mentioned to Mikhail that I would cast Zone of Truth.
I also
because
remember
Mikhail was hesitant about the whole him telling the truth thing.
I think Mikhail also told you that probably wouldn't be a good idea.
I think everyone told him it wouldn't be a good idea in that situation.
It's probably
My character has low intelligence. I don't know what to tell you.
I believe Mikhail's exact words were, "You do that and you end up with a dagger in your back."
I'm sure it's fine.
sure it's fine.
Just gonna get
So-
TPK'd when there's a billion guards, no people around. Yeah, that's good. Good.
So while you guys are having this kind of like quiet muttering conversation amongst yourselves, eventually Jameson returns and he looks over you guys. He's like, "All right, the governor will be with you momentarily. Can I get any of you refreshments? I see you have brought your own." And he looks at the I'm guessing somebody's got to have bread and
I
butter.
don't.
Nope.
I got bread and
I put it in my backpack and like the box
Okay.
it came in.
Butter has it at least.
I was like, do you have anything to compliment?
I can get you some milk.
Sure.
All right. Milk. Any other drinks? Snacks? No.
Nothing for me, thanks.
No, thank you.
Snack.
Water if you have
Yeah.
any.
I will get some water. Be
Do you
right
have any
back.
jerky?
Some what?
Jerky?
Oh, dried meats. I suppose I could scrounge some up.
Do you have any chocolate dipped strawberries?
Are you like testing me
just
now?
ignore him. Just ignore him. It's fine.
It's a fancy
I
place.
mean, I can get you chocolate dipped strawberries, but I want to know if these requests are going to get more extravagant the more I say yes.
He just don't listen to him. Just it's fine. Just thank you.
All right.
Can I get
Chocolate
one of
dipped
those?
strawberries.
Well, yeah.
Hey,
Stop.
what? I want one.
Anything else before I leave?
That's all for me.
I
He
think
scans
I'll
like the group.
also.
I'm just like got my hand on my head, just like, oh my god, we get ourselves
I'm
killed.
covering like I'm doing like I'm covering my mouth and like my nose in like a tent position with my hands. Like clearly I'm distressed by this situation. This is fuck this.
If I am not back before the governor comes, I will bring the refreshments into his office. So don't wait up for me, he says as he starts going down the right door. Right as in if your back was to the front door. And he presumably heads off towards like a kitchen or a pantry of some kind. Leaving you guys.
Before he left, I meant to say thank you. Sorry.
Yep, no problem.
Bye, Jameson.
I didn't expect him to leave that
Goodbye.
fast.
Sticky
Butter.
person.
Butter.
Butter?
Butter.
You-
Yeah.
Are you asking for butter or are you demanding?
His
is your name
is Butter.
Oh.
His name is Butter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And he just
Yeah, we don't
leaves.
get it either.
He just
I can't
leaves.
believe it's not Butter.
Just leaves, yeah.
Guys, I think we need to be very careful here. I have a really bad feeling
Don't
about everything.
say-
I say it
do
very
not
quietly.
I can't believe he's actually getting those strawberries. I didn't think he had them.
Good
Do
call.
you guys know where we are right now?
Yeah, we're in the capital of the governor. We're
Then
in
maybe
the
have a little bit
governor's
of
mansion.
respect, okay?
The guy's offering
I
us-
wasn't being disrespectful.
He was
Why?
asking us.
Offer it.
I was
Yeah.
starting to
This
feel
is strictly
Reed saying,
business.
no.
I'm a little parched. So.
You're here as guests of the governor after completing an arduous and dangerous quest on his behalf to figure
Completed
out.
is a strong word
and
for
we
what
are
we
here.
did.
Completing such a simple task counts us as guests. We are contractors at this point.
And we didn't really
Well, it's not a
complete that
guest.
task either, did we?
He asked us to find
Got
out
away.
who was responsible for the fire elemental
That's
attacks.
one step in the right direction, isn't it, Jacob? How about we relax? And at the same time, hold ourselves to a standard, okay?
I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I'm just doing my job here. I don't know what we would be acting suspicious for.
Jacob's
I don't
leg
know
is
why
like
you're-
bouncing up out of nervousness.
So after about like 5 minutes or so of waiting, eventually you hear footsteps coming down the stairwell, and they sound pretty light, not something like a heavy set like governor or a taller butler footsteps sound like. And appears a maid of some kind shows up, and she like avoids eye contact with all of you. The governor will see you now, she says as she
Thank you.
sweeps her arms, guiding you up the steps.
Oh, thank you.
No,
Kind of like, what's your name?
in that direction.
She doesn't reply.
So we
Okay.
We didn't see whoever the governor was with leave. Just this maid, essentially. Come
Well,
downstairs.
it was the governor's wife, wasn't it? So
Was it the governor's wife?
Obviously,
I thought I
it's the
remember it being-
maid.
They said, did they say the missus or?
They just said he's having a meeting with a lady.
Okay.
Oh, maybe I misheard. Okay. No.
My first thought was it's
Stairs.
somehow Sorcerer's Vi.
Always enjoyed stairs. All right, let's do this.
Yeah. Head up the stairs.
You guys head up the stairs, and you made this trip before through his house, so it's somewhat familiar, and you kind of guide yourselves to the doors to his office. You do hear two voices. Watson, you definitely recognize these voices from the voices you heard in the bathroom. They're not as heated currently, but they're still like having somewhat of an intense conversation.
I have
What?
Sorry, I have a quick question. Is there
Yeah.
a way to cast Zone of Truth discreetly?
Yeah, with being a sorcerer as a cross level up.
Zone of Truth, yeah, I mean that would be one thing. It's visual and somatic, so it uses. You have to have sight, and it uses voice, so it's not
Okay,
subtle.
so I can't do it. I can't do it discreetly. Okay.
No, not at all. Yeah.
Plus,
so you go ahead.
don't you know if you've? No, you know if somebody.
I know
succeeds.
if someone can
That's
lie.
what it is, right?
I know if someone can lie, but I don't know if they lie.
Well, and affected creatures are aware of the spell. Too.
Yeah.
Okay, that too. Okay,
And
that's
can
what I
avoid
was
answering
thinking.
questions, which would normally respond with a lie.
Yep. So, coming up to the door, like I said, you hear the two distinct voices. Watson, you know them, or you heard them significantly from the bathroom. The feminine voice of the two sounds closer to the door. It's still very hard to make out words. It just kind of sounds like muffled. Even when you are just like outside the door. And when you get about within like 5 feet, the doors just suddenly burst open, and you see a female human of you'd say she looks pretty old, like easily 60s, 70s. She has got like long red hair that's like pretty graying at the roots, and her skin just looks pretty like just old, I guess would be the best description. And she clearly looks unhappy. And she just says over her shoulder, "This conversation is not done, Okuv. We will talk about this later over dinner." And she storms past you all, going down the stairs, not even paying any of you guys a second look.
Well,
Watson, it's interesting, but seeing her kind of gives you like instant like cold sweats because you recognize this person.
Oh.
You recognize this person from your time in Khymall, the capital city of Khymall, during like investigations and whatnot. This person had kind of popped up on your radar a few times in regards to like some missing people cases. And she's actually one of the people that you were kind of shadowing when you started getting stalked by these cloaked individuals that you've been having nightmares out about recently.
Right.
So seeing her just kind of like instantly makes you uncomfortable. You recognize her as a person by the name of Lyra Silverblood. Lyra and then silver-blood.
How old does Okuv look again? Did we mention that?
Okuv, I probably mentioned it, but he looks about in his 60s.
Okay, so about the same age.
Yep. But yeah, you recognize her. She is the matriarch of the Silverblood House of the Khymall Empire.
You said only Watson knows, right?
Watson knows this, yeah.
yeah, I'll just kind of like glance up, see her. Yeah, I'll like internally freak out, and
Mhm.
then kind of just keep walking towards the room. Just kind of keep it to
Mhm.
myself.
Okay. And once the doors open, there's a clear path for you to go inside. You go inside the group. There's a pair of guards that are inside, presumably some of Okuv's like personal guard, and they close the door behind you.
Okay, I'm gonna salute to Okuv.
And he gives you just a like kind of like a grin, just like my adventurers, you have returned. The Leo, right? Yes, Leo and Watson. Love you both. You do a good job. And Jack, right? He says to Jacob.
Yeah.
He called me
Nice to
Jack.
meet you. Nice to see you again, Jack. It's been a while. And the rest of you, yeah, I remember you. So
Okay.
how's it going? How'd the mission go? Did you take care of that problem that I had?
Well, we got some more information on the attacks, but we do need to ask a few questions about some things.
Oh,
There are
And
some there are some things that might add some clarity to why the attacks have been happening.
Well, why don't we tell him what we know first? While we were still in town, we had heard from quite a few people and assumed that Naled was a person of interest, and we were able to confirm that it was indeed Naled summoning these fire elementals.
okay.
But
He was in when you start talking. He actually had went over to like a liquor cabinet of some sorts and started pouring himself a drink of some kind. And he pauses at the mention of asking questions, but resumes his pour. And then at the mention of knowledge, he like pauses longer and turns and listens intently.
Naled, we did kind of confront him, but he was able to get away before we could really do anything. He just teleported away. But he was holed up out in the desert. And we have no idea where he went now.
Knowledge, you say?
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting. I hadn't really considered him. He's he's still out there.
Unfortunately,
Well,
yes.
he is at large, unfortunately, yes, but we can't confirm that it is for sure him that is responsible. He's someone wanted to try to take us out once we confronted him, and as Jacob said, he unfortunately portaled away in the ensuing chaos. We were lucky enough to, obviously, we're all here. We scraped it out with our lives, but unfortunately, so did he. And well, we're back here. Basically, we're here. We're telling you what we found out here, and you
Well-
know, we can plan something forward going here. We know who to go for, and perhaps we can pull some resources together and make a real effort at bringing this guy in.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, gentlemen, but I'm some very disappointing news. I was rather hoping this whole mess would have been taken care of. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I thought you guys succeeded because we haven't seen any fire elementals in the last, I don't know, 5 days or so.
Well, we did find one. We did find one thing that
Oh,
that Nala used in order to summon the fire elementals. Actually, before I continue, if I could be so bold, I would like to cast a spell in order to, so that we can verify that nothing is being misleading here.
I don't understand. Are you saying to mislead me, or I'm misleading you?
Either way, no one. I don't want anyone. I don't want anyone to be capable of lying in this. I don't
Do a
want anything
persuasion
to
check.
I don't want anything to be left out.
Okay. Persuasion check.
At 20, it's time. Come on.
Please, please,
Oh, dear God.
His eyes
awful.
narrow, and he like glances to the guards that are like opposite sides of the door. He's like, I'm not quite sure I appreciate the notion of this
He's not implying that you're
examination.
lying or anything like that.
I'm
We
not
just
quite
want
sure
trust on
what
both
he's
sides.
applying. I mean, I'm paying you to trust me.
And that is exactly true.
And I
So-
do trust you.
And we do.
You're the one that gave us the job,
Look,
and I
let's
trust your
just-
position.
Let's just reset here. Have a seat. I'm sure I could. Would any of you like a drink? I could use a drink. And he goes back to continue pouring his drink.
I am
Um,
going. Hold. This is fucked up. 1 second. I at the side hearing this sentence. I am full alert. What the fuck? Okay. Around the room. I want to look around the room right now. What's happening?
Okay. Perception check.
Jesus Christ! I am not okay with this.
Not okay with
I
this
am
either.
going,
I
like,
just
full
have to.
PTSD mode. This is bullshit. What is happening?
I'm not okay with this either. I just have to be here. I just have to do this.
Okay, 19.
Yeah,
You glance around the room. You
very
see,
uneasy.
you just taking a quick like 360 look around the room. You spot the two guards that are on either side of the door. They kind of look like they're kind of have heightened awareness at this point.
Okay.
They were pretty
Are any of
relaxed
them
when you
reaching
came
for their
in.
weapons?
Not at this time.
Okay.
But they're staring intently at you guys and are like glancing between you guys and a Kuv, kind of like looking for a signal from a Kuv. You would kind of guess.
Do I notice
Okay.
this too?
If you want to take a look, go ahead and do a perception check as well.
Why can I roll nothing good? Jesus.
12. Glancing around, you spot the guards. You notice the guards aren't grabbing weapons, and you see them staring at you intently. Butter, you spot the same thing that Altius sees. You
I'm
guys
going
also
to
take notice.
pull out the book, Knowledge book.
Okay.
I gotta say, I did find this in Knowledge's little cave that he had summoned
Before he
the
continues, I just have one thing to say.
fire elemental.
There was shit. I had something that I was going to like something specific that I was going to. Oh yeah. I want to keep my eyes specifically on Akuv and see if he's doing any secret signals. I am able to tell or listen to what he says, and if he says something that seems off, because I know like thieves can't, or what's it called, like thieves something.
Thieves can't is more of like
Thieves can't.
It's more of a symbolism type of.
Yeah, but can't I like
find
listen to
markings on a
what kind
wall
of
and stuff.
symbolism he might be saying in his words?
It wouldn't really apply to thieves can't.
Okay,
Um,
never mind.
But I will say you could definitely keep an eye on him and do like an insight check for this conversation.
I would like to be insightful as to what he's doing.
Sure, do an insight check. Keep going, Jacob.
I found this
6.
book in his little cave that he was summoning the fire elementals in. I couldn't really make heads or tails of anything in it, but it could potentially have some clues that we could follow up on, and maybe he could tell us where he went, or maybe this is the reason he can't summon more fire elementals, and I like offer the book to him. I'm not like going closer to him, but I'm just like holding the book out.
Okay. Did any of you guys take a seat at like the seats, or are you all standing still? Like, is this like
I absolutely would still be standing. Fuck this.
okay?
I
So we're
this is
keeping-
bullshit. I would
I
not
feel
sit
like I would sit
anywhere.
Yeah, I'll sit down. I'll sit down and I'll take a drink as well.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
So
be full relaxed, man.
He pours a couple like glasses of whiskey, presumably some type of liquor, and
I am not
passes-
drinking that.
and he kind of like sighs and like pinches the bridge of his nose, and he's just like, "So a book is what you brought me."
It was
Right?
the only
book.
thing we could find in his cave. He didn't really have much there. There was a big altar thing. We tried to destroy it, but we couldn't damage it no matter what we did to it.
He sighs and like takes the book out of your hand and starts paging through it. He's like, like half this book is missing. What do you expect me to do something with this? I mean, I will keep this if this is what you are turning into me.
I mean, I just think there might be clues within it. I just couldn't figure anything out.
Perhaps that you could give this to one of your scholars, and they might be able to research where Nolad may have gone, and therefore we could be given a position as to where Nolad may be, and we could help track him down further.
Just as you
Is
finish
what
saying
Jacob
that,
means to say.
there's a quiet like knock at the door, and Okuv just, yes, come in, and he turns around and starts walking towards his like desk, which now you notice it's pretty like heavily cluttered with like papers and documents and stuff, and he just sets the knowledge journal right on top, and he sits down at his desk with his drink that he's like nursing, and in walks Jameson. He's like, and Jameson's like, sorry, pardon the intrusion, sir. I have a chocolate-covered strawberries. He holds it out for Watson.
Yes.
I have butter for butter.
What? Yeah.
Glass of
Aaron.
water for the centaur friend.
Yes, thank you.
And glass of milk. Yes.
I'm gonna have like
Yeah.
an exasperated look and just like put my fingers on the bridge of
Are
my
there-
I'm going to
nose
take my
while this
water, I am
happens.
going to drink it, and
Okay.
I'm going to hold the drink of water, and I'm the most serious person in the room right now.
Good water. It's like
I'm the
good
most
water.
nervous person
Nice
in the
clear.
room.
Are there any other ridiculous requests while I'm here?
I sip
Or
the
may I
milk.
take my leave?
No, please,
thank
thank
you.
you. We appreciate it.
Appreciate
Is
it.
the milk cold or?
Warm.
Butter, stop.
It's warm.
Warm. Nice.
All right, I will take my leave then. And he starts to go out the door.
Thank
And
you.
Okuv is just like sipping at his whiskey or whatever.
Sir, with all due respect, we're still continuing on with this investigation.
We
we
didn't
just
say
needed
we
to-
were done. We're just checking
We just
in,
needed
dude.
to check in and ask some questions to hopefully get some more information about why Knowledge would
Why?
want to do this.
Does
Obviously-
it matter why?
Does it matter
Yes,
why?
it's an investigation. We should know why he's doing it so we can stop him.
The problem
If we know
is
his motivations, then it would be easier to track him down.
We could also
problem-
just kill him next time we see him.
Easier
the
said than
problem
done.
is, fellas, gentlemen, is the timing of this whole investigation, whatnot, is rather stressful.
That's
I'm
fair.
not-
I could tell things
I'm
are a
not
little bit
sh-
stressful right now.
Yes, we have preparations in order for the summer festival, and I can't have something like this going down. I can't have a fire elemental breaking down my front gates. I paid you group a large sum of money to take care of this for me.
Well,
And
we're
you know
still
what?
taking care
As
of
a
it.
fire
Hey.
elemental came.
Can I
since
do
we
the
left?
talking from now on, please? I think I could handle this.
I
better
mean,
than
I'm,
you guys
Well,
can.
we're a group.
I'm going to
so-
continue with trying to get the whole information.
That was said out loud to you guys.
All right. As I pick up a strawberry and chomp into it.
And so, you
Okay.
guys, like out of character, you guys are okay to continue talking, but my Altius has said
Altius
this
is-
out loud.
Okuv actually like eyes like Sender on the strawberries. He's like,
Yeah,
those
I nudge the plate towards him.
dark chocolate or milk chocolate? What do we got here?
I have milk.
It's your house, boss. It must be whatever chocolate you outline.
I don't know what the servants buy. I just send them off with my money. He
Well, duh.
reaches out and grabs a strawberry and starts eating. So
Can I grab one of those?
give me some good news. Just give
The
me a
good
reason
news-
to pay you money.
The good news
Is there's one less fire
we chased the
elemental
dirty
out there?
bastard out of the cave that he was summoning the fire elementals out of.
Yeah,
We
we
had a cauldron in there. That was his source to use to summon the elementals. Without that, he cannot do so.
out of character. Clyde did destroy the like
He did
door
not.
to the thing, didn't he?
Oh no,
No.
he
Nope.
he
Oh, I
used
thought we like
a
buried it in.
the portal closed behind him.
No, but like, didn't we?
The altar?
Didn't he like try to do a cave in and basically
He
trap
shot
the
it.
altar?
He shot an explosive arrow and it didn't do anything to it. All it did was
No, but
deafen you guys.
I thought there was a moment where we tried to like create a cave in on the altar, or like at the door at the altar.
I don't think so, because
No.
as soon as we
Yeah,
left,
that's
we
not
were
something that happened.
confronted with
Mikhail.
Kale.
Huh.
We might have said we were going to do that, but I don't think we ever went back to do it.
We never did that. It's not something we did.
No, I thought it would have been something that we did before we left.
So the
With
good
us
news is
inside the cave.
he's been
Yeah, like
chased
create a
out.
cave in at the door, at like the entrance to that area, so that
I don't
no
think
one
we
would be
did
able
that.
to get in.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
Maybe I'm wrong.
But
So
yes.
the good news
Good news
is
We
what?
chased him out of the cave. He no longer
Okay.
has access to the cauldron, which he was making the fire elementals, and we know that is where he is doing so. So I see you've got a lot of guards around the city. Maybe station a couple there to keep him out. Make sure he doesn't come back. We know that's where he was. We know that's the source of the fire elementals. So for now, we know there's.
Out of character, do we know that?
coming back.
No. Out of character, we
Okay,
do not
cool.
know that.
I mean, that's where it popped
We
up when
assume it, but we don't
Yeah,
know it.
It spawned there when it attacked us, right?
He
Oku sets
threw
his drink
something
down.
into the altar that summoned the fire elemental. We
Right.
don't know what he threw. We don't know how he did it. We don't know if the
Well,
altar was really a necessary thing.
So Akuf sets his drink down on his desk and he gets up and he throws away like the back half of his strawberry and he goes over to a map or to some like
Mhm.
rolls of paper and he starts like looking through them and he pulls out one and gives it a nod and he comes over and spreads it out in front of you and he opens up and it's a map of the desert similar to the one that you guys have been using and he just says, all right, so you say he was in the desert. Where exactly? And should I be? You're telling me to position guards? What? You tell me what I should be doing about this.
I'm not trying to tell you what you should be doing. I'm just letting you know where he was, how he was summoning these fire elementals, which was using this altar.
Out of
And
character,
he-
we're
Him plus the altar means fire elementals, basically. If you want to ensure the safety of the town, to make sure he's not there in the time that we find him, then perhaps some protection in the area would be smart. That's all I'm saying.
out of character. Mikhail's still guy's base of operation.
Does he? I thought he left.
No,
I
right?
thought he was planning on moving, wasn't
Right.
If he was he?
I believe they were shifting some of their operation.
he? Yeah. Okay.
Out of character.
Is he-
Am I supposed to kill this guy?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Your guy told you to kill him.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Okay, I just
did.
remember that.
Wait, to
Absolutely.
kill Mikhail or Kuv?
No,
Okay.
a Kuv.
So was he alone? Did he did all this by himself, or was he with some people?
He
We've
had
had
some
some
we-
issues lately that
Just
I just was. I'm trying to connect some dots here, if you know what I mean.
There seemed to be a group, but it seemed like there was a falling out between that group and Knowledge.
A group, you say? Did you take care of them as well, or did they get away as too?
We were not in a position to be able to take on the group at the time.
How many?
I didn't count more than us.
Like 2.
like you.
I am looking directly at like side eyeing Leo and like not
I need.
saying anything, but just
Can I get a group
trying to
deception
imply
check?
something.
A group what?
Deception check.
Deception.
Can
Are
I-
we trying to?
Okay.
I don't know. I was trying to deceive him.
You're
I'm
not
not
trying
trying
to
to
deceive him.
I haven't said anything deceptive, so
Leo, you can do persuasion because you have been pretty truthful. But I just
So,
want like
Leo,
a group. Just
Your persuasion, but we're deceiving him on like what the group is and how much we know about this and stuff. We're trying to hide information. I think that's still deceptive.
yeah, you're lying by omission.
Okay,
And
but
I'm
according
nervous
to
as
the-
fuck, so
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm giving this away with my body movement, but here we go.
lie by
No,
omission,
you're just
kind
always
of.
like that,
but at the
Jacob,
same
it's fine.
time, if we're going by zone of truth logic, then lie by omission is okay.
True. That's why I ruled for you. You can do a persuasion.
Okay. And I still haven't casted zone of truth yet, and I'm still trying to find an opportunity
Yeah.
to.
Decent rolls. Decent rolls. Some, eh.
Oh, my 8's due to my leg bouncing up and down.
Okay. Oh, that's a neutral 10.
Oh, +4 deception.
So
Whatever.
he gives like each of you guys like a strong look as you continue to tell more and more of the story. And he sighs. He's like, so what you're telling me is the issues are simply band-aided and that the knowledge is still out there and is still potentially going to come back. Right? That's accurate.
Yes.
That is accurate. Yes.
And you're saying that this group of people are, who, might I add, are working against us, are in the desert currently.
They at least were there
As
when we
far as I'm
were.
aware.
Okay.
Is Okuv like visibly nervous
Do a insight check.
about what we're saying? Like, is he questioning us? What is my insight?
I'm gonna go pee
Meanwhile,
real
while
quick.
he's doing an inside check, what's the attitude of the room right now? Like the guards and their signals
tense.
between
Jesus
Okuv.
Christ, can I get a good roll?
It's tense. So
So the
Okuva-
guards are the guards getting closer.
No, guards are still at the door. They're not reaching for their weapons or anything, but just Okuv's overall like aura he's giving off is stress. Or tense. And Leo, like reading him, he's a tough guy to read, but overall you can tell he's upset and stressed out.
Yep. I mean, who wouldn't be?
Look,
So
we didn't come back for a paycheck. We didn't come back saying we were all done. We're coming back with a plan of action to get this. I know it's not the news you were hoping to hear at this time, but we're getting the job done.
tell me about this group in the desert.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Because as far as I'm concerned, Naled is away. This group is more pressing.
It seemed to be a group that he had hired to protect himself out in the desert. Once Knowledge was out of the picture, they
did-
walked.
We did run into
Wait.
some mercenary groups. We did run into a group of mercenaries on the way to the area that we met Naled. And it seemed like, what was the NP was the and it's
Naled
based.
Penham.
What was that?
NP was for Naled Penham.
Yeah, and it seemed like he was in communication with this group of bandits or mercenaries.
Do
that
any
were-
of you guys have that letter?
I have that letter. I can hand it over when he brings that up.
Okay.
I have 2 letters. I don't. Oh, one was the Zygarde letter that said tracking the latest experiment, and then I have the bandit letter from Knowledge.
Okay.
So I'll hand
Okay.
both of those over.
Wait. What
What was the Zygarde letter again?
Zygarde letter?
All it said was to track down the latest experiment. It was what
It was held by that one
that was-
group of bandits that beat us the hell
That
up.
was- yeah, that was the
one
barbarian-
town.
those
that was the
were
bandit
those were
letter.
from they were Mikhail's guys
Yeah,
because Mikhail was.
people that
No, he
presumably
confirmed
should
it.
not be talking about right now.
I'm not saying
So
it
the
out
one
loud.
that's-
This is out of character, but
Yeah,
it
the
had
one-
Zygarde's signature on it. Is what I have written
Okay.
down.
Oh, okay. I didn't
don't
have
know.
that. It had a Zygarde signature.
I don't remember the Zygarde signature. I remember the second letter was found with the a watch from the Zygarde Conservatory.
Maybe I combined them for some
Potentially.
reason in my notes. I'm not sure.
But the first letter was you found on Barbos, who
Yes.
had the letter about tracking down the experiments, and it had NP on it. And then the second letter, I don't remember the exact wording on it.
I don't think.
But I remember
have
the
my
second
notes.
letter.
What was the second? When did we get the second letter?
When you
exactly?
found that cart that was like half buried in the sand.
Where I got the watch.
So let's see.
If the watch one isn't relevant, I wouldn't hand that one over. It would just be the bandit one.
I don't remember what was on that one, so I would say it probably isn't relevant. And the only thing in my notes is that you found the silver pocket watch that had Zygarde Conservatory on it.
Got it.
Yeah, I don't have a second letter.
So
Although I don't have the watch in my notes, even though
Okay.
I remember it. So
I have the watch.
So
I've been tinkering
you
with
ma-
it.
no, I know, but I just don't have it in my notes that was picked up.
Gotcha.
Oh no, the note was found in the hidden compartment of the watch, and it had the stamp of a flame found on a blank piece of paper, and it's the exact same flame that was on the note from Barbaros.
That's why I combined them. That's
Yeah.
right.
That's what was in my notes.
So
there wasn't any like
some,
wording on the note.
connection, but we didn't know
Yeah.
why. Got it.
So do you bring those notes out when Leo mentions it?
Probably not the watch one because it doesn't seem
Okay.
important, but the
Okay.
bandit one for sure.
Okay. So you bring it out and hand it to Okuv,
Yes.
and he takes it. He's like, experiments. Is he referencing the elementals?
We
Is that what
assumed
you are surmising?
That's
We
what
assume so. We found,
assume.
or we were attacked by the bandits in a small little town, I guess, that was all destroyed and there's charred marks and everything around. We assume they had fought a elemental there as well.
Okay. Interesting. So, what is your best suggestion here? Are you telling me, like, is this situation something I should be concerned with this in regards to the event this week, or can I worry about this and later and let you continue? Tell me what you want.
I don't think the knowledge issue will be an issue soon. I believe that's something we can track him down and be able to take care of him. I don't think
believe if
he'll be
we-
able to summon a fire elemental to attack you anytime soon.
I believe if we find a way to destroy the altar that he was using, then it should completely solve the problem, whether Naled is gone or not. We have a lead for getting a way to destroy it, but I don't know how long it would take to actually get rid of it.
Okay. Okay. So where are you going from here then? What is your... I want to know where my money's going.
We need to gather more information, try to find where he might have teleported off to, find information on how to maybe destroy that altar. Have to research.
And is that going to be in the city here, or are you...
I have reason to believe that someone in Ville de Blanc would know. Do you know how far away that is?
Ville de Blanc, really? That is, it's not a quick trek, I'll tell you that. He pulls out a map.
I did forget
goes-
to tell I forgot to tell everyone it was on the note, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
we
that's
have
my
no
mis-
idea what you're talking about,
That's my mistake. I
but
meant to tell everyone, but I forgot. So let's just roll with it.
He goes over to the shelf that was holding a lot of rolls of paper, and he grabs another one and pulls it out and unrolls it in front of you. And he points it out on the map, and
that's Villa de Blanc.
So-
Where are we? Oh, we're okay.
so
right by
he points his
Lunosile.
finger out.
Oh,
Yep.
that's a like several week trek.
He
Okay.
points, yeah, he's like, so this is where we are. And that is Ville de Blanc. It's a rather snooty, fancy, whatever, if you want to refer it to, place. It's quite a travel if you anticipate going there. Directly from here, If you anticipate using that card, it's going to be a rather uncomfortable trip. I can tell you that, and it's going to take quite a bit of time. It's not good news if that's what your course of action is. I'd rather this being taken care of right now.
We tried multiple ways of destroying this thing, but none of them actually worked.
There's
tried
no
to-
visible effect no matter what we did.
I tried to summon a thunderbolt on it, but it didn't work.
That's our plan for the altar, at least. As far as finding knowledge, well,
We can
That's
search for clues about knowledge here.
if it's any bother to you, what connection do you have with this knowledge character?
Well,
Yes, knowledge.
before we do that, like I said, it might put you at ease a bit if I could cast a zone of truth spell so that you can verify that we've been telling the truth this entire time as well.
I'll let you have another persuasion check.
Okay, maybe it'll be good this time. Fuck yeah!
That's good. He gives you a real hard look, and he's just. I don't know why you're persistent about the zone of truth, but I will relent. Though we ask questions strictly related to knowledge,
Of course.
nothing
That's what I-
unrelated. If things get weird, I will have my guards see you out. Are we in agreement?
Understood.
All right, then perform your spell.
Alright, I cast the spell.
Okay. So
What's the
you
save?
prepare out. Zone of Truth is
Oh.
a
Second level.
charisma save.
Charisma
Whatever
save?
your charisma save of your save
14.
DC, which is 14. Yeah.
Wait, you
Saved.
can blow the spell? Is that what you're telling me?
I do
Yeah.
not know. I can't. I don't think I can.
Oh,
blow
after
this.
all this, he could skunk the spell. Oh no!
Yeah.
No, you don't have to.
No,
He don't-
I don't do it. I am the one who. I'm the one
No,
who.
we
can-
all have to make a save
Yeah,
to see if
everyone
we
has
can
to
lie.
make a save,
So-
except me, including his guards.
Including his
Technically
guards.
speaking.
You said the save is
Technically,
14?
if anyone's
is
invisible in the
14.
area as well.
Is it a charisma save?
Yeah.
A charisma.
No!
Oh, okay.
Come
Well,
on!
I mean, that's not the biggest deal in the world. Unless Butter just starts like random shit.
+7, so it's okay. Wait, what? No,
Okay.
7 in charisma?
no. I read that wrong.
I have a
saving, by the
+7
way,
in
not-
charisma
Not charisma.
Okay.
for
So you
saving
cast your
throws. Yeah.
spell,
Yes.
I'm the only
and
one
he
that
actually
saved.
directs his guards to kind of stay out of this circle of yours. Whatever, however you like
I do have a
draw it
+7.
out.
Well, what's the range on it?
I think like is if it's 30 feet. Oh, it's 15 feet. So
I mean, how big is this room?
yeah,
A
that's a good
mansion.
question. It's okay. So his guards are in it, and his guards fail, and he fails. I mean, he's submitting to it, so
Okay.
he's choosing not to fight it.
Oh yeah, wait, hold on. I probably should do mine as well.
Yep.
Charisma, right? Charisma
Yep.
saving throw.
Yep.
All right, I guess I'm just not talking then.
So again,
the only
in
one-
a similar
only
way,
one-
you notice that I can still lie.
Yeah, some reason Jacob is the one that could just seemingly lie through all of my zones of truth.
Though
He doesn't have a
last
plus-
time
you
I
do have a
didn't, I
+7.
didn't lie at all to so you know.
All right, go ahead and ask your questions.
All right, now that we got that out of the way, what's your connection with this Nala guy? Why would he be? Does he have anything personal against you or against the town in general? Just any information we can gather about this guy can hopefully lead us to possibly his next attack, where he might have gone to.
He was a disgruntled a shopkeeper, merchant, I guess he would be best described as. And he was upset that he thought we were pricing him out of the city.
We
So, yeah,
did
then
hear that he ran some sort of a magic shop.
I don't even know what he ran. It was insignificant. Nobody shopped there. It was more of his own business that priced him out.
Is he? Does he have any associates you're aware of?
Not that I know of.
Do you know if he was close to the previous mayor or governor? Governor. I keep messing that up. Oh, I guess it
I
doesn't
think
matter.
I messed that up a lot, and then I got everyone else to mess it up.
Well, I mean, it's just like it. What my argument is, it's a city, so it's a city mayor. Governor is more of like a larger district. That's my argument on the whole thing.
I will
yeah,
also note
city.
for everybody in this room, he is like writing down each of these questions that you ask him. Every time you ask a question, he's writing it down. And the last question was what?
Do you know if he was close to the previous governor?
Oh, I have no idea.
Do you know what would have happened to the previous governor?
About now,
He's dead.
Yeah. So his only motivation will be his shop closure. That's all you're aware of.
I mean, I don't. He blamed me for quite a few things. His shop closing was one of them, I believe.
Only one of them.
It's the most important one I can think of. You seem very intent on my relation with this Nalid.
I'm wondering
Do you think he's doing this as like a vendetta against me?
Possibly.
It's quite possible.
Possible.
Interesting. Did you have a chance to talk with this Nalid?
But
not
if you
really.
would,
No, we overheard some conversations he had with
So,
the group that he was involved with.
so then why are you connecting him to me as if this is some kind of a vendetta?
because when he was
Well,
portaling,
he's
he
attacking this town. I assume there's some sort of a reason he wants to do it.
didn't he like literally say Okuv will pay like as he was leaving or something like that?
Hold on, I have notes on this, I think.
I didn't write that down.
Right?
Now that you say it,
Somebody-
it sounds familiar.
Somebody said,
Because like we ran up and just confronted him. A couple of us did.
He
Yeah.
asked if Okuv sent you, I believe.
did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll say that. He did ask if you had sent us.
Right. His name or your name came out of his mouth. When we confronted him, he asked if you had sent us.
That's interesting. I can say I've never even had a conversation with him. So I don't know why he's upset at me other than his own failed business. But okay. Sure.
Well, was there anyone else involved with the closure of his business then?
Other than the people that didn't shop there. No.
Well, a landlord, perhaps. Anything. We're just trying to figure out maybe what his next move could be.
I believe he owned his own shop, and I think the banks took it from him. I'd have to look at my records, of course, but I don't know exactly what happened to his business.
Thanks. Okay.
Not to like
Maybe.
kind of shit on this, but Nalid was rather insignificant to me during my time becoming governor here and beforehand even. He was just a nobody, if I were to be frank. I had bigger fish to fry at that time. I mean, after all, the previous governor suddenly died. There was a lot to clean up.
All right.
How did the previous governor die? Was it just something sudden?
Oh.
Oh no.
I'm not quite sure why you're asking about the previous governor. Is he related in this somehow? I mean, this is your second or third time bringing him up. The previous governor was a fine man. I admired him, and also, there were some of his decisions that I didn't agree with, but he was a good man. Do you think he's connected in this? And he gives you like a pretty strong stare.
Well, we just don't know if it isn't because of you, if it was a vendetta against him, or
Perhaps
trying
it
to
could be a
find
vendetta against
connections.
perhaps it could be a vendetta against the town in general. City, I guess. It's more than a town.
Well, I can assure you the previous governor's dead, and he was dead before Naled lost his business. So I think we should probably leave the dead to rest, if you would agree with me.
I
Good
suppose.
idea.
Some folk around here
Um,
would not be happy if you brought up the previous governor, I might add. He was very well liked, and connecting him to something like this is rather scandalous.
Right.
I'm sure he
By
was
the way,
a good man.
I want to keep my eyes still on what's going on in the room. What's where are the guards right now? And is Okuv doing anything kind of suspicious?
Okuv is, like I said, writing down every single question you ask.
Okay.
He's also kind of taking notes on each of you as you ask questions, it looks like he's staring intently at each person that asks a question.
Has he looked at me yet?
Have you asked a question? I don't think you have.
I haven't. But has he looked at me?
No, not necessarily. He's focusing on the people that are asking him the direct questions.
Where are the guards?
Guards are still at the door. Same position, same relaxed state.
You know
Okay.
where his shop was? Maybe he had some hidden compartments or passages or something we could try to search for?
No, nope. I never set foot in it. I can't even say if I've even set foot on that even street. I can ask one of my, I can find you a guard that knows that area.
If he had something hidden there, we'd try to find it.
Suppose that's worth a check. How long is this Zone of Truth good for? So 10 minutes. Okay. So it's probably been about 5 minutes of asking questions at this point.
Since we asked so many questions of you with this spell going on, any for us? Just to be fair.
I mean, the spell doesn't really work for me, so I wouldn't even know if you're telling the truth, even if you lied. So
I suppose that's true.
So, in fact, I'd kind of appreciate if we finish this up, because I do have other appointments.
Of course.
And some of your questions are a little iffy.
Of course.
Yeah, I suppose we could finish up. Thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll look into any leads we can find to find him, and to ensure he won't be able to summon any more file elementals to attack the town.
I would appreciate regular updates. I hope you understand.
Of course.
We'll do our best to do that for you.
Now, is there anything else? Actually, this bandit or this mercenary group, did you happen to catch a name of any significance, like group name, a leader name, a symbol of some kind? And he stares intently at each of you.
Well, I mean, there was a symbol on the.
I legitimately.
There was a symbol on the note, wasn't there?
You say it was like a flame thing on the note that I handed him. That
so
was
okay.
Yeah.
They had that
So he
symbol. As far as we could tell, Naled was the leader, but they had that falling out, and I'm not entirely sure how that came to be or what. I'm sure there's a new leader amongst them, but
It seemed like from eavesdropping on conversations in the group while we were doing our investigation, they didn't seem to like Naled very much. It seemed like the
Interesting.
falling out was almost inevitable.
Jacob, could I get a deception check?
Yep, I knew that was coming.
Mhm.
Please be high, please be high, please be high. It's decent.
It's
Pretty good,
decent.
pretty good.
Decent, decent. He gives Jacob a nod. Okay. Well, if you do find a name, I would be very interested to find out,
Of course.
because that would help my own investigation into this as well. Do you lot plan on staying in the city during this week?
We do have some more investigations to do with Naled's old place. So
At least for
I
a
would've
few
we'll be
days.
here for a short amount of time at the very least.
If you wouldn't mind, I would really appreciate attaching a group, a liaison along with you, if you wouldn't mind. Liaison. It would only benefit your group, of course, and it just make sure I know where my money is being put to good work.
Of course.
Of course.
And Okuv looks over your group. He's like, Jameson. Yes, sir. Please arrange a note to Leopold. Tell him I have a job that I'd like him to oversee. Right away, sir. And Jameson turns
Leopold.
and leaves the room.
This is gonna be the scary guy that was pointed out to us from outside the town, I bet.
So I will be arranging Leopold to be your liaison while you're in the city. He is a relatively new attachment to my guard here. I brought him in recently. I'm sure you've noticed some fresh faces. New hires, of course. He'll be sticking with you guys just to oversee and assist you if you have any problems that may arise. He'll also be the point of contact between your group and me, though I definitely would appreciate some kind of a check-in every once in a while personally from your group.
Of course.
I suppose some pay is in order. 25 gold each sound decent for...
Jesus Christ, didn't he give us 10? How much gold did he give us on the first time?
I thought he gave you like 50 each last time.
Yeah, it was a
Christ.
lot.
Wow.
25 gold each, that's appropriate, I suppose.
You're most kind, sir.
This
That's quite
This-
generous of you.
job is going a bit longer than I expected, but I suppose I can arrange for some more payout once I see more results. 25 gold is fair for now. I'll have Jameson prepare it, and I suppose Leopold can bring it to you next time. I would like to arrange a meeting with you and Leopold. Would tomorrow for lunch be an appropriate meeting?
Yes.
Yes, that would work.
Would you like us to meet here?
Sure. Yes, I have a dining room fit for several. Just clean up a little. You're rather sandy, dusty.
Yes, we thought it best to report to you right away.
Will you have any issues getting lodging in the city, or
You know,
I s-
was the inn that that burnt down, has that been rebuilt?
Think I could rebuild that fast, Jacob?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how
the wrecked bagel? I think
That was the place? That was the place what it was
it's-
called? Right.
I don't know. I don't go to that part of the city.
Oh, okay.
I
You
just read
should
the
be fine
reports.
finding a place.
Well, if you do run into any issues, just let me know. I can probably arrange something. Although we are rather busy lately, I'm sure you've seen outside the gates.
Yes, there's quite a few people.
So, tomorrow for lunch, and don't be late. Are there any dietary restrictions I should know about? Anybody?
No, I don't have any.
I
No,
don't like
no.
bread.
No
About it.
bread. Got it.
No bread.
All right.
Plus
Tomorrow
they
at
have
lunch.
plenty.
And he snaps twice, and his guards come approaching you guys.
And we leave.
I'm gonna give him a quick salute and before we leave.
He already like turned away. He didn't even see it.
Oh well, you know.
The gesture is there though.
So we have not gotten that gold yet either, right? That's he said he
Right,
will arrange
right.
it. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So
I'm happy
the guards,
with how this turned out. We're not
the guards
dead.
corral you guys and walk you out. You pass a couple servants who rush past you, like completely avoiding everything about you and the guards. And the guards basically dump you out on the front step and turn about and head back inside. And right there is where we'll end for the night, because it is much later than I wanted to go past.
Yeah, and I have to work tomorrow.
Yeah, I wanted to be done by 10, but I felt like we were at a pretty hard spot to stop.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is an intense situation.
That's round of questioning. I am
We have
surprised that went as smoothly as it did.
we have one night without a liaison following us to deal with whatever we have to deal with for Mikhail.
Well, we also
we'll have
have 5 of us individually, and we can just do separate investigations, quote
Yeah,
unquote.
I mean, we could like split up, and some of us go to
Right,
Mikhail's
and then
daughter,
one of
and
us
some of
just
us
goes
look
there.
for an inn.
If that liaison allows such a thing.
I mean, allows.
You know
It's
that
something
they're there to
it's not
spy
bad.
on us.
Oh,
Well, yeah, but like if we,
I mean,
got-
out of character, yeah,
Yeah.
obviously, but
Oh yeah, this is all out of character. I'm not saying shit.
You guys are all idiots, and you're all gonna get us killed.
I am
mean,
shocked we're not
what is-
already killed.
what is my character's intelligence again?
it's low.
8? Yes.
Why am I
Yeah,
smarter?
8.
The answer is yes.
I shouldn't
So-
be smarter than you.
I hope today was fun. It's been quite a while.
Have a good time.
Very good.
the bread arc was fucking amazing.
Carl was
Bread
great.
is
Yeah.
the best thing.
Carl was my
That's hard.
favorite character
I
ever.
was so looking forward
Carl
to bringing
is-
Carl in.
I
Oh,
like how I've
great.
made my dislike for bread
I'm not going to
canon
try
for
to.
Jacob as well.
Just like it.
I am not going to bring. I'm trying not to make this. I'm not going to try to will this into existence or some shit. But I swear to God, if anything happens to Carl, I will kill you.
I
What's
was
that meme from
half
Brooklyn
expecting
Nine-Nine?
to see my owl in a cage, like locked up, like they had taken the note to like study it or something. As soon as we came in, there were just like guards and people were being weird. I'm like, oh shit, Luna's in trouble.
Where is Luna? forgot.
I don't know. We haven't seen him. My poor little owl.
Yeah, you guys didn't see him on the way in. Yeah, you'll have to keep an eye out for him later.
Jacob will really want his owl. We'll help calm him. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting being in this town. I don't think we should stay in the town very long.
I hope I gave a pretty good like feel of how weird things are.
I,
Seems interesting.
in real life,
did.
have been
Whether-
shaking
whether
my
my
leg
parent-
in nervousness. So
Whether
yes.
whether Leo noticed it or not, yeah. I mean, like, you notice some things, obviously, with, like, the obviously high-ranking guards, but...
I posted a meme in the general chat.
Facts.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice. Beautiful.
But that was so much fun. I'm glad we were able to play again.
Yeah, it's been too long.
I don't want to push things, but we did have the idea of a session tomorrow.
I was about to
but
bring that up.
Oh boy,
I'm
that's a
down.
lot of work. I
I know
got
it's
a lot of
work.
writing to
That's
do.
why I'm asking you, Farrell.
Let's try to put Grace through
Are
that.
you just say no? It's okay. You can say no.
Honestly, I'm gonna have to say no because I just got too much
That's
shit going
fine.
on.
That's fine.
Okay.
I was planning on
Yeah.
having dinner with my family tomorrow, so
Okay.
I was going to
Dinner
be
with the
late
family.
regardless.
Ew.
Yeah, how dare I have dinner
does-
with my loving family?
How does
How
the
dare I
week of the
spend time with them?
25th? The weekend of the 25th work for you guys?
I mean, that
Should be
Uh,
fine to
would
me.
work.
Did we do that?
Alright, I'm gonna stop recording.
It's not like a holiday. Is it?
No, not that I know of. 14th would be the Valentine's Day.
It's on Tuesday, so
Hopefully, I won't have my cough still by then.
You'll be fine. Either the
Hopefully.
25th or the 26th we can
Thanks
do.
for coming by, everyone.
Whichever
I'm gonna
you
end
guys would
stream
prefer,
here.
either a Saturday or
Have a
Sunday.
good night. Bye.